Woo! Give me a woo in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Let me know. How am I coming across? Am I coming across clear? If you can hear me clear, give me a woo in the chat. Because for some odd reason, I do have to say something. And this is, you know, This is from earlier today or tonight from Char Willie's camp. I'll let you be the judge of what was said because I never asked anybody's advice about my business. I never pressured people to donate money, nor did I think everybody in this fucking place has six figures. But I'm going to play what was said. And especially for those of you who donated to my channel, who donated to my GoFundMe, I think this is kind of insulting. But I'm going to let it play.
I see you.
Fired up.
I like it though. I like it. I gotta say, I like it. I'm already liking it. All right.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to start off with a little house cleaning. That's what I call it.
Okay.
That house cleaning is, yeah, the GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me refresh because let's see, it might have moved since, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago. Let's see. You never know. You don't know about these things.
True.
Uh-oh. Look like it's the same.
Yeah.
In 27 days. It's almost a month. It's still the same. Man, oh
You know what,
man.
Dar? I know what he needs to do. You see that booty slapping gif you got right there at the top corner? He just needs that on the sheet instead of his face or the hat, whatever. No, he just needs to put that picture, preferably of real people though, and that would be enough, right? They'll just pay money just to be like, "Ooh, yeah, that's a nice booty," and then the money will start raining in. That's it. Don't even bother telling people what it's for. Tell them it's for Clap Them Cheeks 101. Boom, 20,000, easy. Like this.
Wow, that's terrible.
So, when did these two motherfuckers ever donate? But yet, I need to put on, instead of a suit and a nice hat that looks professional and presentable, I need to put a booty slapping emoji up to get people to donate money. See, one, I never asked Char Willie, nor did I ever ask Classic Ruby for a goddamn thing. I never asked anybody. You can literally Google Black Lion Security Firm LLC and it comes up. That was my motherfucking money. Okay? That was my savings. I don't need anybody to tell me what the fuck to do with my money or what the fuck to do with my business. But continuing.
That is terrible. Man, well, like I said, I discovered, that's what folks want. They're just really all about clapping cheeks. I've been fooled, hoodwinked, and all that good stuff. But yeah, well, let me go ahead and get the call out. Let's see what we can do.
All right.
Attention, six-figure niggas. Please report to Charles Faulkner Jr. GoFundMe. I repeat, calling all six-figure niggas. Please report to Charles Faulkner Jr. GoFundMe. That is all.
Okay, well, I put that call out there. It's.
So now, all the people who donated to my channel, all the people who donated to my GoFundMe, you literally insulted them. You literally insulted my subscribers. You literally insulted the people that I'm training. You literally insulted every goddamn thing I'm putting together actually put together because my business is actually licensed and bonded and legitimate, you've insulted. But yet, none of you two old birds never fucking donated. How many six-figure men and women do y'all have over there? I never asked you for your goddamn advice. And this is the problem, a reason why I said I don't like speaking to women past first level shit. Because now you're getting insulting, not just to my business, not just to what I've done for people, but now you insulted the people who support? Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck if they hear it or not.
Well, I counted the weeks. This thing been going for 10 weeks, and you can barely see that little green line. Not even 10%.
No. See, it's a two-pronged problem, right? We know they will support anybody as long as the cause is the right cause. And by the right cause, I normally mean the wrong cause. Come on, we know our people. But to get them to support the right cause,
Says the Canadian.
they have to like, respect, appreciate, and trust the person who is asking them to donate to the right cause. And that is the problem in and of itself, right? This is why we have so much idiotitude in our sector. And by our sector, I mean Black folk sector. Because people know, hey, it's very hard to get Black folk to like you, to trust you, to respect you, to support you because you just happen to have good information. It's hard, right? But they will support any channel as long as that channel is promoting and pushing foolishness. That's what it is. Unfortunately, it's just where we are as a YouTube community. Unfortunately.
Oh my goodness, that makes me sad because I hear, I've heard a lot of talk about the Black boys, and I will say congratulations to Charles. He has completed training one Black boy, one young Black man.
Let's pause that for a second, right? The one who I put through special police training is not the only one I'm getting put through other trainings. So I gotta ask this question: why do a couple of bitches who never donated have to talk about my shit out of anything else in the world? But how many Black men have they helped? See, this is where you get this bitter bitch mentality about what a Black man is doing. I've helped more Black men than anybody can say on these YouTube streets. And I'll challenge anybody that shit. Get your favorite fucking content creator. They can't add up. They can't meet my resume. But to let a bunch of cackling bitches try to fucking defame my shit? Bullshit. I never asked for your fucking agreement. One, I'm not tripping about some goddamn hippie Canadian and another chick who built like she wrestles. I never asked anybody for anybody fucking shit. I'm not like some content creators who had to go buy fucking subscribers. I did it off my fucking sweat and tears with the support of a few. You're not gonna fucking try to make fun of my fucking efforts. Especially when, who the fuck did you ever help? Continuing.
Hey, listen, we tried to tell him and others. Well, at least I won't speak for everybody. I will hold the.
You ain't tell me shit, Ruby. First of all, I was the one to tell you to stop trying to buck fucking them around and stop trying to put your Canadian ass in American business. Because I didn't need you. I didn't ask for your advice. But yet, I don't see any money from you. What have you done? What the fuck have you done? And this is the reason why a lot of women in these fucking YouTube streets are going to get a very fucking bad name. Salute to Lewis for the Cash App support. But yet, these are so-called bras who were loyal to the black manosphere. I want you to remember that. They were so-called loyal.
Else stand on my square and say, I try to tell him, right,
You ain't tell me
that
shit, you dumb
the
broad.
fact that black women are supporting black girls has nothing to do with whether or not black boys are being supported, because in general, right, y'all say we can't teach a boy how to be a man, right? We can't raise a boy into a man. That needs to come from the men, right? So then generally you don't need to wait on the women to support the black boy causes, because the men need to band together and support black boy causes.
Then keep your goddamn my name out of your
And
goddamn mouth
yeah,
unless you're
things
forking over
cost
some
money,
money.
so on and so forth. But I did tell him that if you're going to go about it where you're going to say, I want the money first before I show you proof of concept, it's a hard sell. I mean, that's a hard sell no matter what community you're selling to. If you watch Dragons.
Let me ask you this question. Does the Asian man need to prove that he could sell fucking junk? Would I fucking take advice from this fucking Canadian hippie? Hell no. She doesn't know where she's coming or going half the damn time. Does the Arab need to fucking convince anybody of what he can sell? Does the white boy? But I gotta prove what I've been doing. Motherfucker, I got 22 years in the skin in the game. I've been proving what the fuck I've been doing. Did y'all prove that Dr. Umar can fucking run a school? Oh yeah, by the way, Dr. Umar is a former principal. Regardless of what anybody feels about him, he has the credentials. I've trained wrestlers, I've trained students, I've trained officers, I've trained soldiers. I don't need to prove shit because my resume speaks for its goddamn self. And I'll be damned to let any nigga or any bitch challenge it otherwise. Continuing.
That, right? The first thing they ask you for, you might have a great concept. They might love your concept. And then they ask you how much you're asking for how much of the company, right? So I want $100,000 for 10% of the company. So that means you're valuing your company then at $1,000,000. Okay, great. They want to know proof of concept. How many of them have you sold?
Yeah.
And all the people who say, I've sold none, right? This is just, actually, I haven't even made money, but this is just a concept, but it's going to work, right? Those people don't get financial support for their business, right?
Yeah.
Got to put in some of that legwork. You've got to put in some of that initial investment, even if it's a loss, whatever. You have to find ways to make things happen first. And with a group of, let's say, 10, 15, 20 boys, a very small group, small population, you implement your system, right? And you show it works.
Okay, let me talk about the fallacy of what the fuck she's talking about, even though she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Let's take the Navy SEALs, for example, where the lowest attrition rate they have is 75, where the highest they have a 90% attrition rate. Meaning, if I put 25 young men until I can afford to take the hit for those 25 young men, and let's say 5 are successful, that means I have a damn near 75 to 90% attrition rate. But yet, white boy could go down the street, or the black guys you like don't have to prove a goddamn thing to get money from you. So why do I have to prove myself when I've already been proven? And I gave people and notify people constantly who donated to my channel and my GoFundMe of what the fuck the funds were doing. So I would rather take a chance on one person and knowing that one person's going to be up, that one person's going to be good, when I know the system works when you use one person. If you listen to if you listen to this dingbat, when somebody figured out how to make a nuclear bomb, they didn't say, can you make 25 of them? They said, can you make the bitch work? But yet, once again, it's motherfuckers who never put a dime to first will talk the most shit.
With these kids for 6 months to a year, and then you have a thing you can show people. You can show them the grades differences, the this differences, the that differences. You know what I mean? And then say, guys, I want to spread this across first my city and then other cities and whatever. Help me grow this.
But yet, how many years has the Gray Faulkner Initiative ran out? How many years of the Gray Faulkner Initiative? Shout out to Mr. Z for the cash app. Shout out for Shattered for the cash app. But how many years has the Gray Faulkner Initiative been out? We've already shown proof. We've already shown all this stuff. We've already shown this. I was a coach for years, decades, really. So it's already been proven. Continuing.
But to say just help me start this, I haven't even proven that it works. I don't know. This is just my theory.
To
But
help you start what? To help you start what? Google Black Lion Security Firm LLC. It was started, the money was put up by my goddamn self in early February, late January. Officially became a business March 16th, 2022. Received my licensing for armed private security, private detective, and special police officer 2 months ago. I didn't need anybody to help me start it. It was already fucking started. I've already put people through training.
$20,000 so I can make it happen. I'm sorry, it's also a hard sell that way. I gotta give some of the, well, not the six-figure names, because come on, but like, you know, the actual people some credit here in that I want to see some proof of concept. Mr. Faulkner, please take the little bit of money you have, you know, and go do something with it and come back with some videos and some statistics, some receipts to prove.
Bitch, who the fuck are you? Weren't you the same chick who was being a Jezebel on her own husband? My little bit of money. I notice you don't take none of your fucking little bit of money and support shit. Little $5 asses. First and foremost, I didn't need anybody to help start my business. That was my money. I've already put people through training. All I asked was, hey, if you really speak with your money, you know, talk with your wallet is, guess what? Donate. In some fashion or way. But I noticed the people who criticize the most don't got a goddamn thing to say. Don't have a goddamn hill to fight. Won't pick up a rifle, won't pick up a sword, won't say, hey, this guy has a good idea. No, you want to pick up my business, my life dream, and try to run it through the mud with your raggedy asses. Continuing.
That your concept works. That's it.
Well, okay. Well, you've given him some homework, and let's see what happens. You
right?
know?
Mhm.
because I'm pulling for him. I want the best for him. I think it's a great concept, and this is
No,
something
you
that we
don't.
hear
Keep that.
in the
No, you
YouTube
don't.
streets all the time. The black boys, they're the bad reading levels and blah blah, and the mama and all this other stuff. Yada
Yeah,
yada.
the bad. Yeah, go ahead, Char Willie. Why don't you just fucking admit it? Yeah, yeah. It's the mother's fucking fault because the boys can't read. Y'all got majority, almost 80% of the fucking kids. Yes, the shit's on your fucking head.
Yada. So
Mhm.
um, let's see what happens. He has one down and many more to go, and
Mhm.
God bless him. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
I got my fingers crossed for you, brother. I pray, but trust me, whenever I pray, God gives me the opposite. So.
Uh
Mhm.
Keep your keep your goddamn prayers to
Well,
yourself.
we'll talk about the opposite as far as other boys, and this is Chinese boy,
Oh.
and I found this.
First of all, she need to sit down with her $5 ass before somebody makes some goddamn change. First of all, I've done the work. But it's truly sad you got one who speaks about the black manosphere like a scorned ex-girlfriend, and two, another chick who doesn't know if she's up or down, trying to criticize. And you really wonder why men want women out of this goddamn space. Won't donate shit to first, got something to say, but yet you want to complain? Fuck you. Fuck you and the fucking cow you rode in on. You fucking bunch of heifers. Fuck you. You don't know anything about my goddamn business. You could Google it. You could go to the state of Maryland. For some odd reason, if my business wasn't legit, I got my fucking tax ID. I have all my licensing. But guess what? Do you ask that Arabic motherfucker? Do you ask that white, Hispanic? But a black man can't do anything positive for his people, or for young black boys especially, without being fucking criticized. But I noticed these two broads ain't put shit to first. And I hope you do hear this shit. Because I know you're not going to come over here. What's up, man, boy? Antoine? Because they can't make any fucking content. That's why they coming for me. I don't even have to speak on these motherfuckers. You ever notice? I don't even have to speak on shit. And I can make content. But didn't Ruby's mouth get her some shit a couple of years ago? Oh, I'm gonna start selling some merchandise accordingly. I'm daring them to come over here because now you want to insult everybody like every goddamn male. Shout out to LAP SWAT. He said, CF, thanks for your service. You've been the tip of the spear. Remember, the lion doesn't care what the sheep thinks. Facts. So now you're insulting the men and the women who support my cause and my streams and saying everybody claimed that they're six-figure men. Not to tell the business of people, but guys like Jay Sean actually supported me heavily. Heavily. Guys like AB behind the scenes support me heavily. So does Mr. Z, so does AL, so does James, and others. But I always live by this Chinese proverb, the one who's the one person who's telling it it should not be done should never say it to the person who's actually doing it. But now I'm going to say this, and I'm going to fucking say it loud. At first, you have my curiosity, but now you have my fucking attention. And it's getting very irritating to hear a bunch of cackling hyenas talk about somebody actually getting the job done. Like I said before, I put my money up for these next couple of weeks and months to go through instructor school, to train young black boys, to train young black girls in firearm safety and usage, to help young black boys get a career. I'd be goddamned if I'm gonna let a bunch of cackling bitches talk me down. Motherfuckers, what consequence are you to me? And see, I don't even bother motherfuckers in this space, but you want to pick up my shit, not even fork over one fucking Canadian fucking red cent, or a Mexican peso, or a Russian ruby, and you got the nerve to try to make fun of shit? I don't need to prove shit. You don't ask that white boy to prove shit. Do you ask that white boy to prove his shit? Or does he automatically gets the world the way he wants it? And this is the reason why, historically, they say the black woman is the most treacherous creature in the world. I built Black Lion brick by fucking brick. This ain't Jericho, and your horns ain't gonna tear this motherfucker down. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. And you're gonna try to use that low key, low brow, sneak dissing bullshit? That's some very juvenile shit. That's some very haterade shit. I mean, somebody spiked a punch of that motherfucker. I don't go bothering saying, hey, look at Ruby. I don't go bothering other people's shit. You come for me, I'm coming for you. You already know how the fuck I am. And you're going to insult the people who hard on work. I don't know what anybody's pockets may contain. I don't know what their wallets hold. Even if a person gives $5 from either being entertained, informed, or taught, or even make them laugh, or make them realize something in their life, that's $5 they didn't have to give. Last time I checked, money is extremely tight in these days and times. Six figures ain't what it used to be. Last time I checked, the more you make, the more they take. But this lets you know how people will sneak this and think they can get away with shit when they think nobody's looking. But it's amazing. It's fucking amazing that y'all don't go over there to no Paris Mulan, no Chrissy, no Cynthia G channel talking that bullshit. But the guy who's actually trying to fix the iniquities of the black community, you want to shit on. Now, you're right, AB. The gloves are fucking off. This is the same chick who wanted everybody to feel sorry for her sickly ass, right? But you believe the opposite. I don't give a damn if I put one goddamn young boy through training. Unlike a lot of motherfuckers, I kept my fucking promise. Where the fuck was any of these two broads when I'm fucking paying all this money? Just to let you know, just to get my dual licenses was $400 right there. And you gotta wait and wait and wait through the federal government, through the state of Maryland, praying that there's nothing that can hold up your fucking license. I'm going to ask this question again. What consequence are you to me? Thinking that I'm failing, thinking that I'm going to get some opposition. When and how the fuck do you think that makes a person feel? But yet, what have these chicks done? Do they go after the women who talk shit and called y'all pick-me's? Why did you have to pull up my shit? All you had to do, if you really, really wanted to support, just put the GoFundMe in your community tab, like other people have done, and just be quiet about it. But you want to say, oh, just one person. Why the fuck would I do 25 if that's going to be a high attrition rate? But I bet you if I'd done something for some black girls, oh, support him. Oh, I'm going to give him all kinds of money. Hey, what's up, Ramsey? Hopefully you holding down in Texas, active duty and shit. How the fuck you gonna talk about a man who's been accomplishing shit left and right in less than fucking 4 months? The fuck? If you want to test what the fuck I've done, that's my nephew right there in the chat. I taught him to wrestle. I helped him get into boxing. I talked to him about being in the military. He went to my basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia. He's in Texas now in active duty. Yes, the Great Faulkner Initiative has been a proven source that gets everybody go through. It's been proven. Then when he gets off of active duty, I'm going to train him for his rifle, pistol, and shotgun and qualify him through security school and special police and private detective. What the fuck can y'all do for a black man except shit on him? But yet, you got a chick who can barely hold down a marriage and another chick who will never be. And I've been noticing y'all been sneak dissing motherfuckers for a minute, like AB said. And he's about to get promoted to E5. And congratulations, Ramsey. But yet, all the lives I've helped my wrestlers get their children without even having a lawyer present at fucking child custody. And you're right, BL. The biggest fucking detractors from my brother's keeper were black women. I'd rather have one person I sent through training, which means I kept my fucking promise. But no, let's go the whole 22 years I went to coaching. How many young men? I have a 97 percentile rate of having young black men march across the stage to be productive members of society. What say you? I haven't taught Ramsey to be a hater. I taught Ramsey, be the best that you can be. Fuck everybody else. Show them your greatness when you give them your fucking ass to kiss. Because the same motherfuckers who you gotta feed, when they talk shit about you, they're gonna be the same motherfuckers who gotta kiss your ass to get shit done. And then you got the audacity to talk about my subscribers and supporters. So you talking about people who may not have the money like that, but still found the kindness in their heart to donate. But all these six-figure niggas. But all these six-figure niggas. Not everybody. Majority of men, period, are not six-figure men. You're talking about the top 10, 6%. Do you go over there to them other hyena channels and criticize what the fuck they did? Do you go over there to where they were? See, a lot of you who forgot who I am, I'll go to anybody's fucking channel. Huh. Sun is Hot Raw, Classic Ruby, and Char Willie. Ain't that a bitch, right? I'm the motherfucker who Brandon Tatum don't want up there. Brandon knows who I am because he highlighted my fucking comment when he went live. Art Newstyle was there with me. All right, love you, Ramsey. Be safe, man. But how the fuck are you gonna criticize somebody if somebody trying to do something positive? You don't criticize the hoes who trying to break us down. You don't criticize the niggas who's trying to be conservatives. Oh, you know Brandon watches the show. I know he does because I knew when I did a segment about Uvalde and guess what? He did the same exact shit almost verbatim. Yep, classic Ruby. Yep. I got proof there with my nephew. I was doing the Gray Faulkner Initiative before the Gray Faulkner Initiative even had a fucking name. I'm gonna highlight what you said, Dardar. Why do you think these are dating out? No support from the females at all. Correct as always. Maybe he's a subscriber. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure Brandon Tatum watches the show. He knows who I am. He's very cognizant of who I am. There's a reason why a lot of these people don't come from my head because they can't outtalk me. There's shit that he can't talk about being in the service. I've been a police officer longer. He's stealing talking points too, lol. Tried to trademark woo, but was highly ineffective. Woo! I wonder why. I wonder why. Anybody want to come up? Link is in the chat. I can't be mad, nor can I be disappointed. See, Charles Singer always told me, you never interrupt a fool making a mistake. Let them keep talking their shit and you'll see exactly where they stand. Let them keep talking. What's up, Mel?
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Oh, I'm jovial than a motherfucker.
I'm sorry, man. You going through this, man, with that bitch your word. Like, yeah, I'm glad she said it because I got into one time a Melody showed up last time I was on there and shit. And she fucking doesn't answer all that shit. And she talks all the damn time. No even get to the point.
See,
As I have talking over people, but shit, when someone put her in the place, she likes to go cross the line.
see, this is what you like to call the habitual line stepper. You know, like a gay man that might see you in the bar, he might find you attractive, but you let him know, hey, I take the compliment. You know, you try to diffuse things. I take the compliment. Thank you for thinking I'm attractive, but I'm not into that. The a person who's gay would respect, who has some sense, will respect the fact that you're not into what he's into. But you have the habitual line stepper who keeps poking and prodding, and then they wonder why they get punched in the fucking face. They don't tell the true story. They don't tell the whole Hollywood true story. I don't come over there to their page. I don't even know when the fuck she's on. Okay? I don't even know when the fuck she's on.
Yeah, like they do
And I,
like
and I, and I, I keep
Wednesday.
my peace and stay over in my side of the tracks, but I'm tired of motherfuckers calling my name. Because if I come for them, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be pretty. Okay?
Yeah. She do co-host like a social make on Tuesdays or Wednesdays with Sweet Melanie's channel and stuff. So if you want to confront her on there, yeah, definitely, yeah. She do co-host like a social make on Tuesdays or Wednesdays with Sweet Melanie's channel and stuff.
Ruby knows where to find. Ruby knows where to. I'm gonna tell you the one thing about Ruby.
Yeah, I think I got the double in the echo.
I think you gotta. You gotta. I'm gonna tell you the one thing about Ruby. Hold on. I think you got your YouTube on.
Yeah, in the background.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, yo, like, I mean, Melanie a sweet girl in there, but she gonna get caught in the crossfire of a woman like this chick.
Yeah.
Because it does make it harder for like the women that are really on our side that want to speak for us. Now I see why they don't come out in numbers as much as we want them to because of undercover snakes like this chick. And more like her.
Guess what? I can't even just say it's Ruby. I'm gonna say it's Char Willie too. Because they both being snake and sneak dissing.
Yeah.
He got one person.
Real shit, Charles. That's the shit that's getting me. Charles Willie go back in this sector for a long time, and I thought she would stand up, but now I see she code switching and on that other shit. Fuck it,
Mm-hmm.
say feed a fish. That's what I say.
And see,
Yeah, I mean, I was fooled by Ruby a little bit, but there's times like I did have my third eye open, so I got into like last week.
Ruby
Like,
was suspect when Angry Man called her out on her bullshit.
no, ain't that yeah. There's a show. This dude named Kenson that confronted Ruby also too. I wish he was here, man. That's how I seen. I'm like, what, you was right about this chick at work, because like, yeah, he definitely
And,
caught it at the get go with
and
her.
normally I let my son in on my laptop, but I couldn't do the share screen on my iPad or my phone. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a special replay for this shit. And I called out Ruby before and said, you full of shit. You wanted everybody to feel sorry for you when you play sickly. But here's the crazy part, right? Weren't you messing around on your husband?
Uh-oh.
Hmm, really?
Hot damn.
Weren't you trying to, when everybody was concerned for your safety because you said you were so sick, everybody was trying to send flowers or some support, trying to find out how you doing. But yet, shout out to his son is hot raw. You don't even mention her at all, and you and her never cross swords. So why is she talking shit about you? You got to talk about the hottest thing out there, baby, just to catch a little bit of the flame. See,
This
you
should
know
be
what?
more humble now. I mean, she just had a house burnt down and shit. Now she's acting like this.
You got to realize this, right? Y'all rarely hear me talk about other content creators. Y'all
Yeah.
rarely do. And if I do mention them, it's probably the ideology that they use. And then you're going to talk about my business. That is a legal business that you can actually Google and find out when it was established. I didn't need anybody's money to start it. Now, if you look at my GoFundMe, it never said anything about starting a business. It said, hey, if you want to help support training, but you want to criticize me for putting one person successfully through training? How fucking
But,
dare
but you know what's so funny though? A lot of people do that, especially. Why is it like for black men when we want to ask for support? Oh, it's something wrong. But you see non-black men doing it and everything, they go out in numbers. Like this was
because
pissing me off like crazy. It's like, yo, you complain about men ain't stepping up and all that mess. When we actually do, oh, because it's not on the way you want us to do it. You want to micromanage us. Oh, you just want to
because,
bitch, bitch, bitch. Like, psh,
because Valdez said it best. Black men are not judged on what they have done; they're judged on what they haven't done.
mhm.
That's what it names the game. It's called you want to control black men's narrative and you want to make fun of men. Oh, we six figures. When the fuck did you ever hear us brag about being six figures?
Now on this channel, see, here's
I
the problem. They spend too much of their time on those other channels that talk about it. They want to put everything do in the same category. It's sort of like dudes complain about women, but they keep hanging around a certain type of female, thinking all females like that. I'm like, that's why you have a certain thinking of certain type of woman because you keep being around that same type. You keep DMing them and stuff like that, and they turn you down. Like, and then you want to talk trash to them. The same day with these females, do the same thing. I'm like, yo, you want to be talking about dudes that just like to go online and troll and talk shit about females and shit like that, or instead of being around dudes that's actually building. So you want to put every dude in the same category. But
but this is the
that's my
reason.
thing. That shows how much it is about you if you keep speaking shit about dudes so much the way you were flip flopping.
This is the insanity of it all. Is that one? Why put my shit up there? If you're not going to donate, why put it up? I know there's some people who probably going to go back telling them, It's the fault to talking shit. You goddamn right, I'm talking shit.
Hey,
I'm
but my thing was this here.
on the panel with
Wasn't them chicks right there? Ain't they supposed to be for like black excellence? And ain't they was like supposed to be some supporters? I haven't even seen them around.
Charles
Like,
Willie, Charles Willie, Charles Willie.
I've seen
Allegedly,
that name before.
I
Yeah,
work,
I've
I
seen
work,
that.
I work in front of next time I'll be on the panel with on Sweet Melly panel when she's on there. I will bring this shit up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
because if I
Like,
would
you
have
want to
talked
talk shit
about it,
about someone like another thing, but that's building a business, a black man's building a business.
Right, I'm just
Like,
saying,
I
like,
call bitches out.
if that's, I didn't know it was a stream like that. When you showed the actual shit, Charles, I was really coming off this little job. I'm dropping packages. I'm looking at it just in the car. I'm like, hold on, so what am I looking at here? And I'm like, oh, this is a stream. Someone actually down in the security firm. This man trying to do. And it's black people and it's people who I know been in the space who be talking this black excellence and we need to work together and all this kumbaya and shit. And then they talking about the man who don't even talk about no creator like you talking about, like you trying to get your business on the ground, people supporting. How can you get mad at people giving this man money? He is certified with the experience in both fields, in the civil and in the military. I mean, what the hell is the problem?
this is
I
the
wish.
reason why there's so much of a rift between black men and black women now.
Yep.
Yep.
This is the reason why. Because damned if you do, and certainly damned if you don't.
Yep.
Nothing's ever going to be too good. Oh yeah, the patches are being made right now as we speak.
Sweet.
So
Really?
I'm gonna try to get some hoodies and T-shirts made as well. But you're
Yeah, I got
telling me
that. I got that shirt too. I'm gonna send you with that. The one I told you that my brother, my champion, my savior. I'm gonna send that
okay?
when I do chaos. When I finish his computer, I'm gonna send that up there with him too. So I got that coming for you too.
Appreciate it. And it's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny because AB's been helping me with the website. You've been helping me with the T-shirts. So now you insulting the people that are helping me.
Yeah, for real.
It's not just about your money. It's about your talents and your time and your effort.
Yeah.
I
You
wish I
can,
could tell. I wish I could tell you that I'm surprised, but I'm not.
I'm
And
not.
as I said in the chat, I know they've been on some bullshit for a while. They they think we don't know, but we do, and think I don't know you in some of these trolls chats too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I saw this coming. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. I didn't
yeah,
know when it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to get exposed.
yeah. And thank God Almighty, I decided to go on my fucking laptop today because normally I let my son be on it,
Hmm.
but I was like, instead of telling you, it's best that I show you how
That's right.
fucking a bunch of motherfuckers can truly be.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, like one ounce of that is worth a pound of telling you. I want to show you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm going to show you what a lot of these chicks. What have you done? I'm going to ask you. Put your body of work up to my body of work. What have you done? I'm a member of the Art Social Club over in West Baltimore, where we're black, strong veterans as well.
Already.
Do business. Where a pastor who was a veteran, he's got a whole block. He's going to need security
Mm.
for that whole block he's rebuilding.
Or is a pastor rebuilding a block over there?
Yeah. Shout out to Sunday Top
That's
Raw
money, right?
again. He said, even if you started a GoFundMe for your business, they're the last bitches to be criticized. I can hear the words in his mouth. They're the last bitches to be
Hmm.
criticizing you when you started GoFundMe's for bullshit. Oh
Really?
I
yeah,
mean, yeah.
And you know
Look,
what?
I say that same thing. I agree with that man because look at the GoFundMe's that these women be having out here. I seen one, the most craziest one I seen, and I sure it's more crazy ones out there, was the woman said she got a PPP fraudulently, put obviously fraudulently doing this shit, and you say I gotta get the money back So I want y'all, and I think she actually got the goal for some stupid. She was like 40, 50 some thousand damn dollars she got from these damn folks, man, lying to them, talking about she got a damn bidding. Knowing she ain't got no damn bidding. Talking about give me 40 some thousand. They allowed the GoFundMe to stay up there. And I think she cashed the money out. I think she got to go. She damn sure was more gold than what my man got over here. So you doing something good, prosperous, you always got some haters going around. And look here, we can't even get motherfuckers. You talking shit. Why don't you donate before you talk some shit about it?
Exactly.
That's the first thing.
Oh, well, you need to get 25 people. I said, why would I use 25 people if I need to make sure it works for the first motherfucker? I said, first and foremost, but I noticed you never asked that white boy he needs to prove his shit works.
Well,
you never had to ask that Hispanic man does he need to prove his shit?
Well, they ain't gonna question him now.
You ain't gonna ask that Asian boy to prove if he could sell fucking fake hair to black women. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all already a proven fucking product.
Shit, they elite at that, boy. They making that's a whole economy in of itself.
But
yeah. So wait a minute. They upset that you doing something positive for the black community. And they
talk
out
about it. Oh, he just did one person.
That's what makes it so funny.
They speaking out on this brother for doing something positive, but they ain't saying nothing about chicks opening OnlyFans.
Nope, they're not.
Showing their ass.
Man, the senator up here that they paying, we paying her salary up here twerking upside down on a handstand. She ain't saying about that.
That she's in?
Huh?
You from the state that she's in?
I'm talking about the Rhode Island senator that was upside down.
I was saying you from Rhode Island.
No.
Oh, you talking about taxpayers' money?
Yeah, that's taxpayers. Shit, all federal. Shit, we all together. All that.
You know what? Every time I see that woman's face, she reminds me of this other chick that, she reminds me of this other chick that was on the panel. Her name is Anya. I'm like, she just as much so. She's more of a dark skin hater. Like she trying to create a whole thing.
It's funny, right?
Like, it's weird.
You know what? It's funny as fuck, right? Yeah, I've saw that shit before where a girl wanted to GoFundMe for All-Star Weekend.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Damn.
You know what kills me? They still get money like crazy. Like, but when you see someone actually doing something positive and shit, you want to criticize?
You want to criticize?
They want to keep funding the dude, keep talking about building the damn school who hasn't fucking built the damn school yet. They keep falling for his ass shit. Like, come on, man.
There it is, right? I've actually proven the product when I sent my first person through the training. I've given the format of the Gray Faulkner Initiative along with Cerulean. I've proven that everything I've talked about actually fucking works.
Yeah, and look, you putting forth what you saying, you actually doing. If they pay attention instead of just looking on the surface, I don't understand why she would even dedicate YouTube data space and live stream to even say any bad word like my man was saying. Like, you mean to tell me we up here seeing people on a live stream talking shit about a man who is actually doing what he says he's going to do with the initiative, doing good things in the community? We're mad at him now? It doesn't make sense.
Getting results. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what? Dar said it right. Look at how they reacted to Robert Smith paying those black men's tuition.
Yeah, they went crazy.
You didn't hear white people say shit.
No.
You didn't hear white women say shit. Hispanic men say it had to be black women.
Of course. We just can't get one time. Just shut up. When we get a win, when we celebrate the people who is. We like to talk about the negative stereotype, and they stand on that. What they always say, man, a man did this, and there's no patriarchy, y'all running this shit, and all this old different type of shit. But really, they don't want to ever look at the man who's doing good. Let's big him up. See, it's power in your words. If you keep talking about negative, guess what's gonna follow you? Negative energy. Now, I ain't no damn energy specialist, but I'm gonna tell you this: if you put positive and negative, you already know. If you do more positive things will come to you. You can call it God, you call it karma, you can just call it being a real motherfucker. And man, look here, you be a bitch your whole life. It ain't never too late in words late great Pimp C to stop being a bitch. Ain't never too late. You can come back from that. And don't go on a man who actually have a security firm, has military service, combat veteran, and then came and did on the streets of Baltimore for years. Veteran of both civic and military. That's create his own security firm that's gonna do the exact same work, but do it better policing. Right, that's what we want, right? We want people from the neighborhood policing us. The man just said he had a pastor that's doing a whole block. That means Black Line Security Force will be in control of a whole block, holding it down. We don't need no police to come over there.
I want to describe people what I've actually accomplished already. When I put my first person through special police and for his gun permit, at 19 years old, he's going to have powers of arrest for a certain area, whether if it's an apartment complex or whatever,
Right.
a shopping center. He's going to be able to do the same thing the regular city cops are going to do in his area at 19, making good damn money.
That's a hell of a story right there.
That's powerful.
I took one kid off the street who's never got to sell drugs.
That's powerful.
Right. And then as a result, he's making his community better because of brothers giving brothers, like you said, my brother, my champion, my savior. The moniker is right. You bringing the young brother up, you giving him the tools that he needs to be able to be excellent. And that's what brothers need to do for brothers. And anybody speaking against that, well, they just show what they really thinking of. People say if you let them talk long enough, they'll really tell you who they is. You better believe them.
You know what, Lewis? You're right. These women are making David Carroll look like the Prophet Muhammad, man. They make
Maya Angelou said, if someone tells you who they are, believe them. It's true.
Yeah.
Exactamundo. The late great
ignore it at your own peril. Ignore it at your own peril.
Exactly. And the late great David Carroll David Carroll videos should be college studied.
Yeah, for sure.
They should be studied. When you cross the thresholds of 14, you should study David Carroll.
Yeah, but they're gonna call that hate speech, and it's gonna be banned.
How can it be hate? You telling me niggas ain't shit wasn't hate speech?
No, I'm saying that's what happens when men say shit, but when women say shit like that, it's called empowerment.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, let me tell you a story about Ruby. Interaction I have with Ruby.
I don't even want to call her Ruby anymore. I'm gonna call her Dizzy.
Well, I'm gonna call her Valdez. I'll call her what Valdez call her Rug Burns.
Rug Burns.
We was on Art's panel, and he was showing some chick twerking on a car or something. It was something stupid. And I was on the panel. I was like, "Is this your guy?" I was telling her the same. "Is this your guy?" She went ape shit after I. She's like, I was like, what? I was like, really?
Yeah, but hey, look, that's that new song they got out now, man. All the new thoughts, they what's the name of the song? It's twerking on the headlights.
Oh, let's go.
She actually got triggered by it. He was on the panel trying to talk shit. I was like, really?
One of them was pregnant.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, they going live.
But you telling me, right? We like to laugh, joke, study. Even earlier today, when I gave you time and time news articles and footage about these active shooters, about how to protect yourself, about how to do. I'm not even thinking about these broads.
Hey, let me ask you a question on that, Charles. While you on that, did you see that fucking breakdown on that video? I seen Brandon try to go through. He backtracked. If you saw him when he did that little weak woo, he watched the show. He watches the show, man. I know you didn't call him out at least once or twice, and we already had this conversation. Would he ever? We made a bet with like, would he ever come to the show? I said he would. I had my money on he would. You seem to be winning the
I
bet
would
right
love to have a sit down with Brandon Tatum. I would love to because it wouldn't. You can't pull the fast one on me because guess what? I'm a war vet. I've been a cop longer than
Yeah,
you.
and look, that's the thing he always says. I watch his channel. I'm subscribed to his shit, right? And so I see the shit he always says in his moniker, right? He says he was civil. He don't have the military background. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm sure he served with brothers who was in the military, and like I'm sure, you know, he could have
I'm
went there,
not
but
going
for
to
whatever
knock his
reason he
service
didn't.
as a cop.
You
You know,
got military
I would
experience.
salute. I would salute him as his service as a cop.
Right, for civil, I'm saying you a civilian, but at the same time, if you doing the job, like I'm gonna just be honest, man. Fuck bullshit. You in Baltimore, man, and him in Arizona. Now that's some crazy motherfuckers in Arizona. But man, on Baltimore, your damn duty post on average is probably way more dangerous than him and AZ. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you got military thing. Why we black? We supposed to be empowering each other. Why not? He talk to you. Maybe you don't agree with his talking point. He don't agree with yours. But that's the exact reason why he
Just to,
should come
to
here.
have a sit down.
Exactly, bro.
And it's funny because one, I've made it, you know, several months ago when I said the biggest L black men have to hold is working together. Why can't you
Yeah,
can still be conservative as you want? Like I've told Hood Conservative on his channel, and I've told not it wasn't Hood Conservative, it was Supreme King Coon on his channel. I said,
yeah.
who's more conservative than me? I'm a war vet. I'm a police officer. I'm a man who told his child's mother, "Give me my son."
Mhm.
That's right.
I should be your patron saint of conservatism.
Exactly, bro. And see, because a lot of times when these cats get up here, bro, they have that talking point that they can't go to, and they can't have no real conversation with nobody who might throw a wrench in their gears. And I'm sure, but see, that's what makes for good. That's what
You
makes for good dialogue.
know, it's funny. This is how I would have a good standing dialogue with Brandon. Be like, yo, Brandon, come on. We don't agree on some of our talking points. Some we do. Let's go out to the outdoor range and let's go put some rounds down range and then have a good
Woo.
talk.
Now,
Sit down talk.
yeah, now we talking. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And then after we shoot some guns, we sit down with some cigars and some cognac.
Right.
Mhm.
That's
bet
a
you,
dialogue.
I bet you we would actually come to some understanding.
Mhm.
But see, that's what men do. Okay.
That's the right way to do it. What you described was obviously the right way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you say, when you say the patron saint, you right. If he watches the space, I seen that low energy woo. If I was back in basic and my drill instructor or my cadre heard me give that weak woo he tried to give, I told you he watches this. He watches the show. He steals talking points. I've seen him in action. I'm subscribed. I explained it earlier, and I noticed the shit, and I know for a fact with that ineffective woo, my drill sergeant would have had me all kind of, man. Bro, I wouldn't be shit for at least a whole motherfucking me 2-3 motherfucking me days, man. I ain't gonna be
Yeah.
shit to nothing,
Yeah.
nothing.
And it's funny because when we look at things, we're supposed to come together as men on these panels, brainstorming, thinking about how to make the community better.
Right.
I'm not about tearing down the next man. Now, if you said something that's out of place and stupid, I'm gonna have to call you on it, just like I pray that people would call me on something that's bullshitted and stupid.
Man,
be
look,
like,
you doing your own thing, Black Line. That could be right there, an advertisement on a big time show of a brother in Baltimore that is doing his security thing with the credentials. You know what I'm saying? And letting people know, now this is the narrative that y'all put on it. But guess what? We is doing our job with qualified people, and guess what? The youngsters, we bringing them up underneath us and giving them the tools when they need it. And brothers paying for that, donating to that. You feel me? Worldwide, brothers donating to that. Where is the wrong in that right there? I don't see no wrong in that at all.
Yep. And see, this is the biggest question we got to learn is like, who's helping us? Are we going to be kinfolk to ourselves, or are we going to be destructive?
Yeah, that work together thing, like you said, you know, that's, and a lot of people have said it and are saying it, and I hear it all the time. And I'm not a cynical person by nature, but I can see a level of that. But I say once again, you don't give power to the negative, and that's why the moniker is important. My brother, my champion, my savior, because that's always positive in what we speaking on, we trying to do, and then put into action. You see, that right there, that moniker alone. You see, in the military, they have plenty of monikers, and you got to sing a lot of songs. You got to say a lot of words. You better mean it when you say it, because you're taking an oath. So, like we had said on the prior stream, you know, it should be an oath, and then you get the patches. You gonna take your oath, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Z. I know you just came in.
What's going on, y'all?
Now, what's your take?
What's going on, Charles?
I gotta do the burnt rubber. Every time Mr. Z comes in, I'm gonna do burnt rubber.
I'm gonna do this sound in a minute because I know how it sounds for real. You gotta be surprised to hear how it sounds. That is a V8. Here we
go. Go ahead, Z. What's your thoughts on this debacle?
Look, man. I actually heard when she said that, so I didn't stay on Char Willie's stream. I listened for all of like maybe 60 seconds. So I actually heard live when she said that. But I was busy at the time, and I switched off, and I wanted to catch up on some of my news about Sri Lanka and their situation and all that other stuff. But yeah, so I mean, man, to be honest, I just think it's just women cackling, bro. I know that sounds old school sexist as fuck, right? That's some shit your granddad would say, but seriously, it's just women cackling, bro.
That's what it is.
Serious, though. That's it, bro. I don't even think they might have meant something by it. And even if they did, they just literally, that's like hair salon talk that they get engaging in. I do take that shit seriously. But at the same time, I'm so jaded when it comes to black women. I don't really ever expect them to do anything but that, even when they don't mean any harm by it. Like serious shit, right? So like, yeah.
I take it like a bunch of. Of course, I take it like a bunch of cackling crows. But it's like, yo, if you really were trying to do something to help, one, stop trying to put down men. And then two, why don't you put up some coins and put it in your fucking your community post? But that's not good enough, because you got to understand something. I can make a whole live stream go 10 hours and not talk about broads at all.
Yep.
We've done it.
Huh?
We've done it. We've been on streams for hours talking everything: comics, politics,
Cars.
You know. Yeah, cars, exactly, right? Economics, everything.
Warfare, economics.
Yeah. So
video game history.
Serious.
Like we could talk about a lot of shit and leave women out of it, and sometimes
Mhm.
those are actually the better live streams.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep, they are.
But I'm like this. You proven how much and how low, because Char Willie was highly respected in these corners,
Yep.
but you've
Mm.
forsaken that respect just to be on some cackling bullshit.
I don't
Ultimately,
know.
you're gonna lose.
I think a bit of it is and I think it's so I'm gonna give it so she is referring to you, but for me I'm gonna give her a little bit of benefit of the doubt and see if she comes back after she hears this and say, you know what, I think you might be mistaken. What I'm really doing is trying to chastise these dudes for not donating, right? So
Hey, you
I'm gonna
talking about Ruby, Mr. Z?
no, not Ruby,
Oh, I'm about to
Char
say,
Willie
'cause,
specifically.
No,
Yeah,
no,
not
Ruby's
Ruby,
always
Char,
full of shit.
yeah,
Everybody knows that.
Ruby meant what she said, and she said it how
Yeah,
she meant
Ruby's
it.
on bullshit. There's
Yeah,
no question about
but
that.
Char Willie,
on the last one,
I'll
yeah.
reserve whatever for later, right? So yeah, I mean, man, we know what it is, man. We know what it is. Like, like I said, I think it's just cackling and talking and like, I don't know how many of y'all got dragged to hair salons when y'all was a kid, but my mom took cosmetology class when I was younger, and so I used to have to sit in that motherfucker as a kid. Oh,
Oh man.
Oh
Damn,
man.
man.
y'all
Damn.
want to know why
Well,
Mr. Z
you
know
know
the
what?
ins and
That
out
would
of the woman
explain.
mind? Y'all want to know?
That
Y'all
would
want to
explain
know?
how you can handle listening to that airhead Paris Balana
Yeah,
Sissy and
I could
G.
listen to all I could listen to all that shit because I literally used to sit for 2 hours, what it was, twice a week or something like that in the
That's too
cosmetology
much.
class and just listen to womening, right? So like and so it don't really have the same effect on me as it does for a lot of brothers. And bro, white dudes be about to commit suicide listening to women talk. They
Yep.
can't take it,
I,
right?
I,
So
Go ahead, finish.
no, go ahead, go ahead. I'm done. I had to do that.
I look at it. I look at it like this. One, I'm looking at it like, yo, keep my name out your mouth. What's
Yeah.
I don't need you to criticize anybody on my behalf. I'll do it if it's necessary.
Mm,
Hmm.
What you need to really understand is this. I don't. I never needed a bodyguard.
mm,
I never needed your bodyguards. I don't. I don't need that shit. What frankly what it says is that it shows how sad and how damn near pathetic that is for content. Okay?
mm,
Because when you go out there and you try to mess with people and you try to say in your smug ass ways, oh, he did one person. How many motherfuckers did you help? Because it's like
Mm.
ever since you broke away or got kicked out, whatever the fuck it was, from Valdez's camp or the Black Manosphere in general,
mm,
you acted like a scorned ex girlfriend.
Well,
Motherfuckers are not talking about you, and I want you to really take a close look at the screen. I want you to take a very close look and bring your ears very close to the fucking speakers. I'm talking directly to you, Char Willie. I haven't said shit about you yet. Unless you want me to be that asshole that makes and gives my full fucking attention to you, don't do it.
mm.
Don't do it. Don't criticize my one person, especially when you haven't done a goddamn thing, period. But then you wonder why there's so many people on these goddamn YouTube streets that don't want women in their fucking face anyway.
Yeah.
You made it this way. I didn't come to your channel talking to you. Y'all want to try to act like, oh, it's always the women's. Y'all want to blame the women. Yes, we should blame the women. If you got 80% of the children and the sons can't read and you refuse to give them to their fathers, then it's your fucking fault. Eat it.
No,
Yep.
Charles, you missing a very important thing. You should have stayed home and bowed to them
I
because
ain't
you didn't
bowing it.
bow. So because you didn't bow, they reserve the right to break the sons. That's what black women refuse to say, but that's what they feel. You didn't stay here and bow to me and stroke my ego every day, so I reserve the right to destroy you and this kid. And everybody keep on pretending like that's not what black women are saying. That's essentially what Hood Conservative said when the stream that Art New Style played. That's essentially what he said. Y'all reserve the right
Yeah,
to
remember that.
destroy the family, to destroy everything because you mad. So yeah, that part.
Remember that
So
video where that heifer tried to persuaded her daughters to say that their daddy abused them,
yeah. Right.
and she
Yep.
said,
Yep.
he said you should have done better. She better be glad that
No,
wasn't
no,
me.
no.
I would have.
Even worse though, AB. No, she said if you knew it was a lie, why didn't you fight harder? In other words, you knew I lied. You
She better be
knew I
glad that
set our
wasn't me. I
kids
would have jumped
against
across
you.
that
I,
table, grabbed her by the throat.
and but that lets you know. I'm so happy that everybody got to see that video because that lets you know the type of mindset that we're dealing with, even on camera, in front of famous ass Iyanla Van Zant. When you're caught, your
And she had a
last
friend
line
helping
of
them too.
defense is to still say, "Nigga, you still fucked up. You should have fought. You knew I lied. You knew I set you up. You should have still fought."
Can't win for losing, man.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. And those are the people this country wants us to negotiate with. Nah, bro, y'all did your
Nah,
job. I gotta look at white men in total awe. Y'all did a masterful job at turning women of color against their men because it
Yeah,
ain't
that's
just
exactly
black
what they
women. I'ma
did.
tell y'all. I'ma tell y'all. It ain't just black
It's
women. They just the
disgusting.
loudest about it.
It's disgusting. And
Hmm.
here it is, right? Once again, you got a bunch of people who won't even say, hey, you know what? We believe in your product. We believe in what you're doing.
hmm
I'm going to donate all the money that we get from this live stream or Cash App, and I'm going to donate it to your cause.
Mm.
Too much like right, if you really felt that strongly about it. But yet, there's many a times when people are hurt, sick, I've donated money to them. I've been quiet about it. Unless I put it on my live streams, I'm going to stay quiet about it.
Actually, didn't you donate to Snowman? Was is it Snowman? Is it
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
brother. Yeah, I've heard you say multiple times. All the money I made on this live stream is going to Snow. Yeah, so yeah,
hmm
Mm. Mm.
yeah.
Good
So there
brother.
you
So
go.
it's funny because this is black women in a nutshell. They want to recite, they want to reserve the right to go to hell, but why didn't you stop me for going?
That's actually a really good analogy. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you know what I say to that, Charles? I go back to something my mother always told me, my late mother. Every tub sits on its own bottom. Oops.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Every
It's
tub sits on
like
its own bottom. You can't change nobody.
no, you can't. And I'm glad people are showing their true colors.
Hmm.
Mm.
Like
Right.
I look at Ruby. Trust me, Ruby. I've already been years down the road with you and your illogical nature. Why do you think I always referred to you as the Canadian hippie?
Oh my gosh.
Like
Oh goodness gracious.
like shit, chick. You got more issues than Action Comics,
Hysterical.
and Action Comics been out since June of 1938. You do the math. And I'm like, yo, you got the audacity to say, well, I'm praying to God, but God usually gives me the opposite, saying that it's not going to work. Do you know how many black females want to work for me
Mm.
who have their security clearances and their gun permits? Do you know once I get the right contract, I could put several 20 to maybe 100 people to work in a society where people are losing jobs left and right?
Mm.
Mm.
But yet, Y'all want to shit on the black man. It's just like the Robert F. Smith when he bought 400 black men their freedom papers from college debt.
But he's still
Why
married to a white. Yeah,
you still
he's
married
still
to a white?
married to a white
By the way,
bitch.
college debt is the only debt that you can't file bankruptcy on. Brought to you
Hmm.
by your current president, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
And
And,
yet,
and,
and yet they praised Oprah for giving out some funky ass damn cars. Shit like that.
Well,
well, yeah,
all of that was for her to save face because white men were at her ass because of the meat debacle.
Ooh,
Exactly.
yeah, that's true.
Hmm. And that's why she brought Dr. Phil on too, by the way.
yeah.
Yep.
By the way, you got to think about it. Did black men ever say a goddamn thing when she built a school for black girls in Africa?
No, we plotted it. Do your thing for your sister,
Hmm.
right? But whenever black men try to do anything for
Now,
black men, even Obama and that watered down ass My Brother's Keeper, which is really a neutering project for black young men, they
Mm-hmm.
were talking shit about that. How y'all talking shit about the neutering process?
You can't you
Goddamn.
can't make black men
can't win for
patriarchs
nothing.
because then they'll leave.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
see, the problem is they know black men if they were patriarchs, they wouldn't force their women to do anything. They would leave them.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with you for power. I'm gone.
Yep. Do it by yourself.
Think
You're
about it.
independent. Go on. Change your own
Yep.
tire.
Yep.
Change your own oil.
Think about this, man. My ex girlfriend hired me to be her protection for her. When she delivered, she started her business as well
Mhm.
to start basically protecting her when she delivers court papers, which I'm authorized and can do. And it's funny because we're in PG County, an hour away from Baltimore, delivering papers, and I'm getting paid good damn money to do nothing but make sure she's safe.
Mm.
And she
Mhm.
paid for lunch. Think about black
Mhm.
men who could be hired at a phone call's notice. Hey, I need you for this. Can you come? Hold up, wait a minute. All right, I'm good.
That was funny, by the way. I don't know if you caught what you said.
What's that?
I need you for this, and you come. I'm sorry, my
Well,
12-year-old mind.
usually, hey, more ways than one. But
Yeah.
like hell, I had to tell one chick, hey, I don't get out of my bed unless it's 40 an hour.
There you go.
But
Mm-hmm.
All right, Pimp C, we hear you. Go ahead.
come here, come now, come later, but you're gonna come. But anyway,
Hmm.
but it's funny when you can give young black men a chance to make legal money without chasing the streets. For every one young black man I help, that's one less who's gonna come rob you or break into your damn house. I just talked about earlier about how three, actually four if you count the getaway driver, and I believe it, yeah, it was in Florida, where they tried to do a home invasion and the
Hmm.
guy chased them off with a fucking AK. God bless his
Yeah,
heart.
yeah.
Mm.
AK's on like the city flag in Miami, right? The AK-47. No, I'm joking.
Oh, really?
I'm joking. It should be. That is
It
like
will
that.
be the next
That is the
election.
gun of Miami, Florida. I'm telling you.
It will be the next election.
Shit.
I would think in Florida, shit. I really think that I thought the Dracos would be in.
Nah, Draco's more Atlanta.
Yeah.
AK is Miami. AK been Miami since shit. Since what? The 80s, 90s. Hmm.
I mean, shit. I'm a little partial to. I'm a little partial to my 300 black. I'll say it now. Put
Shit,
my
I want a
40s.
custom all black AK. Working on it. My birthday's in September. Let's see. But that's 2 racks though, Charles. Easy.
But it's worth it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's worth it.
yeah.
I mean, all you need is the magazines, and well, people forget Florida's the South with an F.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
right. Thank you. You pronounced it the right way. Northeasterners always say South. No, sir. We do not
South.
pronounce the th.
It's double F, double
We
F.
put exactly. We put an
South.
imaginary double F on the end, and it's South.
Chinese or Russian? I'm a bit of a heartstrong for the Kalashnikovs. Okay.
No, Chinese. I mean, not Chinese. I'm sorry, Russian. But what is the Chinese one called? It's actually called something. It's not just the
40,
Chinese
the seven
AK.
four.
It's the 7.4.
Yeah, it's 7.4.
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah.
got
I don't
the
want to. I
Russians
want the
have the
original. It got to be Russian. Why would I get a Chinese AK that
uh,
defeats the purpose? I know
uh,
it's cheaper though, but no, I want the Russian.
you want the Russian, and one thing about it, you want yours to be customized so you could put lights and sights on it. That's why you want it to
Hmm.
be customized because it's very hard to customize an AK period. I mean, it's very durable and rugged, but it's hard to customize. Like the AKs from 200 meters on down, yeah, you can kill any goddamn thing in the room, but you trying to
Right.
shoot far, even though put an AK in my
Hey,
hand and
what? You got a red dot on your chest. Oh shit! You got a red dot on your chest too. Oh
which is
shit!
which is funny. I played that song too in BlurCon. Everybody loved it.
Red, bro, it's one
Shout
of
out to
my
Fast and
favorites.
Furious 6.
Yeah.
Got a
It's
red
funny
dot on your
because
chest. Oh shit! You do too.
one of my dream guns is to get a Mark 18 or at least a Mark
Hmm.
18 build. But I also want to get a I want to remake the H and K 16 416.
Okay, now you're talking advanced gun stuff. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Heckler and
Like,
Koch. Heck, now y'all know how I feel when y'all talk about computers and cars.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Heckler and Koch, the same people who gave you the MP5, the
Okay,
same people who give you the basically a
that I've
416
heard of.
Koch. It's like if a M4 and a fucking AK had a baby, it would be the 416.
Okay.
The
Okay.
417 is the 762 version, meaning you could drop it in sludge. It's piston driven, meaning it's durable. It's gonna, you could drop it in sludge. You could freeze it. You could put it in water, and it shoots like a charm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Accurate as
Yeah,
three bits. Yeah.
that's what I heard. AK. That's why I think a lot of people around the world are partial to AK-47s. Is like them shits is damn near like reliable like a Toyota Tacoma.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's two things about an AK. One, they're cheap. They're mass
Hmm.
produced.
Hmm.
Two, it's the symbol of either terrorism or revolution.
Hmm.
So
At the
it's
same
got that.
time, huh?
It's
Or
at the same
drive-bys
damn
in
time.
South Florida, but go ahead.
It's the symbol of revolution and or terrorism.
Mm.
Um, it's very easy to shoot because if you look at an AR platform, which AR does not stand for assault rifle, it's armor light rifle people.
Mm.
Any of the armor light builds, you pretty much have to be a marksman. You have to be a
Mm.
goddamn marksman to shoot accurately. So you're going to spend some time at the zero range, or you got to know fundamentals very well. And the AK is pretty much idiot proof.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of the idiot proofing out of it.
I say follow the terrorists. Get you a Toyota Tacoma, get you a AK-47, and you should be good for life.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, hey, it's durable. I
Hmm.
mean, shit. That's like I tell people all the time. If you really want to learn about firearms, you need to go to Gene Stoner, then go to John Browning because he made pretty much him and his family pretty much made the loudest gun on the field and also the quietest.
Mm.
Oh yeah, they are
Mm.
easy to clean because all you got to do. How do you clean an AK? Pull the trigger.
Mm.
Well,
Name it said
M16.
I came up around AK-47, AK-47s. Of course you did. You're fucking East Africans.
Yeah,
Of course you did.
y'all get married with the motherfuckers.
Right? But y'all don't jump the broom, y'all jump the gun.
Yeah, literally,
Mm.
Crack myself up.
literally. RPG. My
Right?
God, goodness, the RPG 7. Oh my God, that shit is like. when you actually figure out the mechanics of that bitch, that is a tank and helicopter killer for real, boy. God
Mm,
damn.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I'm not a like
Still gonna
The
stand for
most
Rocket
common
Propel.
sound in North Africa.
Uh-oh.
where's the
Rocket Propelled grenade launcher, huh?
rocket propelled
Yeah.
grenade
Oh,
launcher?
good. Oh, y'all miss what I said? I was like,
Yeah,
the most common sound in North Africa and the Middle East is.
yep. I'm gonna tell you every Thursday. You know,
Go ahead.
this is how normalized you will be
I'm
in a
fucking
war.
with y'all. I'm fucking with y'all. Don't take that seriously. To any Middle Easterners and North Africaners.
Actually, you don't know how close to the truth you are, but
Yeah. Go ahead.
it makes it funny. Is that every Thursday you get so desensitized to their weddings in Iraq? There's somebody's all their day to get weddings are Thursdays. So you're
Hmm.
prone to hear a bunch of machine gun or rifle fire from the AKs.
Hmm.
I'm like, people are like, "Are you
So,
scared?" I said, "Nigga, I'm from Baltimore. This is just New Year's to me. I got so normalized to it, I almost joined the festivals, and the dances."
Hysterical.
so those videos you see of Saddam Hussein, like just shooting off that gun, that's normal in Iraq.
Oh yeah, that man.
I'm gonna tell you how fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Hypocritical that the
Hmm.
United States government is during Iraq. It was okay for each household to hold an AK with two 40-round magazines for protection. But they
Hmm.
want us to give up our guns in America.
Hmm.
Think about that.
Well, I mean, Saddam did challenge the U.S. dollar hegemony in oil, and he was going to trade oil with euros, and that's a no-no. So yeah.
That's the real reason they went after him, huh?
Especially when you
Oh,
kill my
wait, you late, AB? By a couple decades. Yeah, no, come on, man. You think the U.S. really cares about you killing your own people?
no,
Nope.
they'll help you.
Nope.
The US will
You
help you. You think
Uh-huh.
why do you think they got rid of him from Kuwait? Because if he would have
Yeah.
stayed in Kuwait, you would have been paying $13 for gas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You do know at one time history, that motherfucker had the fourth largest army in the world.
Facts. Facts. But that really doesn't mean anything with you compared to U.S. might. But at the end of the day, it's yeah, man. Like that is what and look at Gaddafi. So
Yeah.
we once again wants to create an African currency and back it by the natural resources in Africa and tell everybody you got to trade us with stuff that actually is of value. And yeah, Gaddafi got killed with his own gun. But that's a different subject. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the worst way to get it, I'll tell you that much.
Mm. Murked with your own gun. Jesus.
Uh,
Yep. And then
they
you
try to
got cackling ass Hillary Clinton talking about we came, we saw, he died. Man, get this lady off the screen.
Yeah. She tried
why
to
do,
try
why
to
do you
try,
think why do you think why do you think we don't even listen to her?
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
talking about let's run Hillary again. Like, nah, no.
Yeah. Nah, bro.
Hillary better
Well,
never ever.
you I don't want to say that, but yeah, let's just say you remember what else happened in that country after Gaddafi got killed.
Ooh,
Remember
you
what
talking
else
about
happened?
yes,
Yeah,
it was
I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say it, but yeah, so
yeah.
yeah,
That's
bro.
yeah. Let me shut up because
Yeah,
yeah, BGS told me about that. Let me shut up.
yeah.
The
So
real reason, the real reason she
yeah,
lost the
th-
election. Let me shut up.
yeah,
I don't want them coming after
exactly.
me
That's the
either.
real reason why she lost the election. So
Yeah,
you
those
you
those
you took out
those
their leader. They take out the closest person they could touch that you got, and that was the person.
yep, and
Yeah.
especially
So
when it's like them emails were very spicy.
hey, we'll never know because where's the server?
Allegedly.
Yep.
Right? Where's the server? Exactly. Hey, bro.
They'll be like, hey, you gonna shut the fuck up about these
Bruh,
goddamn AKs?
motherfuckers ain't like you since Bill was in office. At least he was charismatic.
You
You,
know,
you
I'm
on
no
the other
fan.
hand, don't even have the personality. Go ahead, Amy, go ahead.
I'm no fan of Sean Hannity, but I totally agree with him. He was talking to some Secret Service agents that were revealing what Hillary did, and he
Mhm.
said, "Man, how are you still living?"
Well,
Like,
I knew somebody that was a New York State troop, like the New York version of the state trooper, and
hmm
so he knew people that were Secret Service and stuff like that when Hillary and Bill were in office, and
hmm
nobody liked her ass. They like ran from her practically. So that's what he
Oh,
was
she
telling
so she
me.
really
So
was
I
a
don't know.
bitch. Okay,
Come on, man. We know
yeah.
everybody know what this is. Everybody know what this is. I would
it
stay
was
the
a guy
hell away
from
too.
Secret Service. He said, I don't give a damn if it's Obama. You treat everybody the same.
Yeah,
You're just politicians, man.
yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, that. But I mean, back to the Charlie thing. I don't know, bro. I don't know, Charles. Like, let's see. She probably dead sleep. Let's see when she come up on this tomorrow and see what she has to say about it or whatever. But
At
mm,
this point, I don't even care if she's well meaning or not. Because
mm,
I'm more so like, yo, you could have kept my fucking name out of your fucking mouth. If you
yeah,
really wanted to
true.
support, you could have done that. But now I'm looking at you like you phony motherfucker. Like, yo, you got one of the dizziest motherfuckers on your shit every Friday.
Mhm,
Every fucking
mhm,
Friday. Y'all trying to cackle like a bunch of women, trying to call out people saying, all these high value men. I don't know what
mhm.
the next man's fucking wallet looking like. Times are tough. Maybe one day
Yeah.
you have it, next day you don't. Who the fuck am
What is
I to look?
happening?
Yeah,
What is
what's up,
happening?
Snake Man?
What's
Every
going
time
on,
I
Snake
come
Man?
back, every time I come
Mhm,
back, it's always some kind of inner fighting. What is wrong, sister?
mhm,
I don't have the fight in me anymore because I just
mhm.
don't. I really look at people and be like, why the fuck are you bothering me? Like, why the fuck are you?
Says Europe to Germany every 50 years. Go ahead.
Oh, that's Germany every.
I just said that because Snake Man's in here. That's why I said it.
Oh, that's Germany every goddamn month, man. But anyway,
Uh,
that's Germany
Yeah.
every goddamn month, man.
Germany said we got to bring back the Fourth Reich by hook or by crook, nigga.
But
you know,
I'm with Charles. I don't even want to argue with him anymore. I'm like, okay, you're on that shit. Okay, whatever. Okay,
and
next.
So,
that's how I feel about it, man. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you? You want to talk about me? Okay, talk about me. What the fuck do you want? What the
mm,
fuck makes you feel happy? Look, I'm not fucking either one of you. What do you want?
mm.
Right.
Like, what the fuck do you want? What do you get out of this shit?
That's probably why they mad.
You know, I
Probably,
thought it. I thought it.
Ooh,
probably. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm
That
just,
would kind of explain their commentary just a little bit. Ooh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm just
That
like,
would have.
I'm so fucking confused. Like, I'm like, what the fuck do you get out of trying to dig me into the? You should have went at the guy. If she would have went at somebody like Valdez, who she tries to beef with on a low, but never out frontly. Okay, I get that.
Right.
They had
Yeah.
words back and forth or said something back. I don't even talk about you broads.
Mm.
Also,
Maybe
what
that's
the
the problem.
exactly? It's like what the fuck she got to say about you? Like who, when the video was up on here, who brought the subject? Was the fat girl or Ruby?
Hysterical.
Fat girl.
I mean, they
That's
both
why I
look.
laugh. I'm like hysterical. He didn't even say her name.
Randy picked you as a
What
subject.
the
Like what the fuck? Like fucking
I
drag in the
mean,
movie.
Mel
I
said,
mean,
if you
it's
tip the
like
scale under a certain pound, I ain't even gonna say your name.
it's like what Corey Holcomb said about Monique. You know, that chick looked like she wrestled.
Hysterical. Big face Vivica, that nigga killed me. He said that.
I mean, you
I
gotta
like the
posted them like that.
Shout
Oh
out to
man.
Awesome
Corey is a
That's
but
real.
don't
You get
bruh, don't piss Corey off. The jokes is gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt.
like, yo, you think you going to laugh at a man's death and get away with that
Yeah.
shit, and then try to shame us masculine men for not wanting to support the transformer community, trying to make us like that? Oh hell no!
Who the fuck are we talking about?
We're scattered. We're scattered. We're all over the place.
We're all over the place, but I played a video with Charles Willie and Classic Ruby have to say about
Well,
my.
first, does Snake Man know who Char Willie is?
Classic about
Nope.
Okay, so you don't even know. Char Willie's a sister that's been in this space for a minute. She's been here since BGS had his BGS for Women show, and yeah, she
Classic
kind of
Ruby, she's like a Canadian hippie.
yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah, you know,
Canada. She's from Canada.
USA. USA version 2.
Yeah, I
Nah,
know the.
USA version junior.
Yeah, like they're they can't strike.
But what exactly did they criticize about you? You're normally a very neutral character.
that she dated all these high value type of men in her past. Man, please, you wasn't their type. She ain't got no ass.
Uh-oh. God damn, Mel got a vendetta.
Every time we catch on the show with her and her and Melanie, right? Ruby always go with these long-winded answers, like fucking crazy and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that's classic. Not to be pun intended. That is definitely.
I put this bitch on the place one time and shit like that for real. Like the last week, like she tried to get at me, like I'm trying to talk, and then she tried to cut me off, and then try to disrespect me. Like I get shit. Well, this time I'm gonna give her reason to disrespect me because you know what? Fuck that shit.
So to basically answer your question. They brought up my GoFundMe. They brought up my GoFundMe that I have for people who want to donate to the training that I'm putting people through, including myself. They tried to talk about the fact that, okay, I told Charles, even though I never asked their opinion on shit. Well, if you need to prove that your product works, which nobody in business ever really had to do if they had the right people around them. And I said, first and foremost, does that Hispanic man got to prove himself in business? That white
no.
That Arabic man?
No, Habibi, don't ask that question. Keep on,
the
Charles.
African got to do it, but a black American male gotta fucking prove himself. Like you should, instead of putting one person through, you should do 25. That makes no fucking sense.
Charles, remember what BGS said about black women regarding black men? They don't want us, but unfortunately, they have to deal with the fact that they need us. But
here's the problem. I don't want either one of them. One, I don't have the brain cells to give out. My fuck distribution is out of whack. I don't know if I don't give enough fucks. I don't know if I give too many fucks, or I just don't have any fucks to give.
One thing I don't understand is why the fuck? I'm sorry. Why are those women talking about your business? What
and
has to do with it?
It is funny because they thinking that I'm asking for money to start the business, but I took my money and already started my business. You can Google it to see if my business is a legit business. It will tell you. I can't do none of this shit legally without, matter of fact, I had to wait till I'm licensed by the state police for certain shit, which I already have.
How long did that take?
2 months. Quicker than usual. About a month or two.
Alexa, please play Ludacris saying "Stay out my business."
But when you try to pull my shit and then you're like, let me put it to you this way. Jay Sean himself is one of the biggest donators to my business, my GoFundMe. And it's funny Because when you take my shit and you post it around trying to talk shit about other men who
Dankeschön, my brother, as you should see saying.
who call themselves, you don't hear people on my channel saying they're six-figure men. If they are, they are. If they're not, they're not. I don't know what's in another man's wallet. Okay.
Why the fuck would you be counting somebody's business? You mind your business.
Yeah, you don't pocket watch. I'm appreciative of everybody. Go ahead, Snake Man.
So basically, what I understand is it's a normal annoying women thing of trying to somehow insert himself into someone else's shit, and at the same time to try to fish for quote unquote high value men through you. But one thing I want to say to the sister: if you're a sister who truly has only dated high value men and never married one, you were the fucking side hoe to this group. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Excuse me, Snake Man. Snake Man. I believe there's a word that you got that you're in Germany. I believe there's a word that there's used in German. I'm sure you could translate for everybody for this, but I think it's verpiss dich, if I pronounce it right.
Does that mean
get the fuck out of here or fuck off? Dankeschön, my bro. That's the word. That's a word we need to be using nowadays.
Charge, don't let you trigger by these people.
Oh no, I'm
they
not
need their attention.
I'm not triggered. I enjoy this shit because you know why? It just lets you know where the fuck you stand.
Yep.
Shit. It just lets you know where you are.
You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start telling some of these chicks and shit, these strags. They ain't some me yelling at them. I'm gonna keep my cool. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna be like Stan Edgar from The Boys. Look at them. Tell them you're not God. You ain't worth it. You're an old and lonely cat lady. Ain't got nothing. You're just bad product.
Yeah, I was about to say that. No, you said you're just bad product.
Like here's the fucked up part, right? I don't have to be around the Motley crew. See, the guys who come over to her channel is like the maximum overdrive, that simp, and then DJ Music, that knucklehead. Remember when I did the live stream about the Michaela Bryant situation where she was shot by the cop trying to stab another chick?
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker, and this is sad because I believe he has a military background as well, but this is sad. This motherfucker was so emotional that you're not supposed to shoot her. The motherfucker didn't even see the fucking footage. But want to argue with me when I saw the footage several times before I gave my verdict. It was a good shooting. You call the police there to help you, but then you think the police are gonna allow you to take a knife and stab somebody in front of them? Are you a fucking idiot?
Well,
Charles, that's the sad thing about it though. People saw the footage and still don't care. That cop saved that other girl's life and know they cared about the victimized her.
It's worse than that. I watched the footage. The cops weren't even doing anything. They were calm as hell. And nothing. All hell broke loose when she started going crazy.
Hell yeah!
The cops weren't even doing anything when they got there. They weren't rude. They weren't. They were. They're like, hey, what's going on? Yada yada yada. Then she started acting crazy.
Guys, you must understand. You must understand. This is a simple legionnaire. Will activate if he finds out that you try to stop the bullshit of the woman.
Yep.
Then the simple legionary activate because his only purpose is to establish an environment where the women can do the fuck they want without consequences.
That's why I stay off chicks panels because I know there's some simple one here. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. Here I come to save the day.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. AB, thanks for reminding me. I got to do the intro. I need some Superman music. Okay. Faster than a menopausal woman experiences a hot flash.
Jesus, that's bad.
More powerful than a hold it. More powerful than a unique bus orgasm.
Oh my!
Able to lower his standards in a single drop. It's a bird. It's a drone. It's a fruit fly. No, it's Captain Save-A-Ho. Hold on. Okay. What I need right now is for Cerulean just to disapprove me and hit me with the Bill Duke line. Somebody hit that Bill Duke line.
You know you fucked up, right?
Yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up on purpose. And it was effective.
Oh yeah,
I fucked up on the right way.
You gotta look
Shout
at
out to Mr. Power for that. When I first heard that, when he was talking about it, I felt like my chair rolled.
You gotta look at it, right? I'm not one of those guys who gets pressured by anything light. I'm just like, hey, I prefer you just not say shit about me, and we just keep it funky. But to actually go out of your way to come out and just say some stupid shit, it's just funny. It's just hilarious. I'm like, yo, I don't come out of my way to say shit to you. I don't come out of my way to even acknowledge you. It's like, where the fuck do y'all come from? Like, yo, make your own fucking content instead of just cackling around. Nobody gives a flying fuck. Nobody cares. Look, I don't knock the gas power vibrators out of their mouth. I don't do that. That's rude. But yet, I'm the guy who's gonna be looked at as an asshole and mean and all this other shit.
He mean to Charles Willie. I can hear the simp now. He talking about Charles Willie. Go ahead.
I don't do none of that shit. I don't go to their channels. I don't bother anybody. I stay predominantly in my shit. Unless you say something directly about me, which they did, and criticize what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what these chicks have done. I'll wait. I'll wait again. You know, I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog when you put the controller down. You know, he's gonna look at the screen and start tapping.
All right, stop tapping his foot. Like I'm waiting.
And I mean, here's the ridiculous point. You go out of your way to try to make fun of guys who are six-figure, and you wonder why. But all that bullshit that you speak, it falls upon deaf ears. I'm proud of the fact that I have one person go through the training. That's more than what most could do.
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of that, I noticed y'all never donated. How can y'all complain about six-figure men donated when it's a good damn time to show women outdoing the men? See, every time y'all get the opportunity to show who you really are, what you're really about, you fail. You notice that?
Mm-hmm.
You fail miserably. Then you're trying to pray and seek this because I've been around church women all my life. Oh, I'm praying, but you know, God talks about the opposite.
They're the worst.
What's that song by Outkast? And then they said, like, no matter which way you pray, you gotta try. You can't wait for nobody to come down from the sky.
Yeah.
That was on the Soul Food soundtrack.
Yeah. And then and it's sad because these are supposed to be yo people. But you know one thing about yo people? your people will be the first motherfuckers to knock you.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Your,
attest to that.
your people will be your first motherfuckers to talk shit about you. That's your people. And here's the biggest part. These are the same motherfuckers who are gonna be the biggest ones to say, "Well, I hope he makes it." I know when you're being genuine, and I know when you're not. And what really burns me up a little bit, not totally, because I'm not gonna give all my energy to that shit, is the fact of the matter that there's people out there who are gonna put their biggest fucking lips on something, open them up, and never put fucking shit to first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when you seen that earlier, when I saw it, and I'm just like, is this even real? I'm thinking it's a parody. I'm like, this has got to be a joke because I've seen her name on different things in the positive action of brothers trying to do something, putting together in the space, man, in the sector. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this must be a joke because there's no way you gonna come after Charles for doing black line security, doing, the man got all the credentials and the experience, and he's got sons, and he's putting other young brothers to work. Where is the wrong in that? When you go against that and be for real, I'm like, this can't be for real. When I seen they was for real about it, I'm like, oh, this got to be a joke, man.
Well,
It's
Shad,
not.
this is the whole thing with Ruby. Is the,
what you need to
she's
understand
around.
is,
She's
Hold
around.
on, hold on. AL then Mel.
what y'all need to realize is this: you dealing with two old Spencers. See, Roger says they're losing, but they don't want to accept the fact they're losing. So the new term, we must give women like that a Spencer. They aren't going to get married. They're not marriage material, so just call them what the fuck they are. They're Spencer. They're going to die alone. So they want to be about misery loves company. But I digress.
You see, Shadow. Ruby hangs around other content creators that do have positive, views, outcomes with her. So she try to feeds off of that, try to clean up her image. Like I said, she works with Melanie on her channel and stuff like that. Now people spoke highly of Melanie and stuff like that. Yeah. So Ruby
But
comes
that's
to
what I'm
work.
saying. I done seen him in the space, and I'm like, when I see him, it's
It
always
shock
dabs and
you.
hugs. It's
Yeah.
like, trying to be a part of this black excellence thing. And I'm like, at all the people that we can point fingers at who is a detriment to in the sector. And we know a lot of them. I know a lot of them.
It just shows
It
you
ain't
that,
definitely ain't y'all.
it just shows you that she's a leecher, and technically, a leecher, you can't escape their nature. We saw the nature of her. She can't escape that shit. So she can leech over other people that they speak highly good of and everything. Let me feed off them and clean up my image. No, it ain't gonna work.
But what's the
Because at the end
content
of the
though,
day,
Mel? What's the content? The
I
content
got a
is
question.
dragging other men down.
well, Melanie, she speaks highly of black men. She tries to speak up for black men. The channels like her also to her, Sante Simone, you know, other channels, yeah, like they speak in defense of us very
Already,
highly.
shout out to
And
them
then
for
you
sure.
got
Cause
women
I know I seen Melanie.
like
Yeah, she
Ruby.
definitely be with it. Yeah, I'm with it.
You got drags like Ruby who wants to call point of quotation, trying to bring a different point of view balance argument and everything of certain subject of black men or something like that, like a debate type bullshit.
Was that Ruby chick ever in the BGS thing
Of
for
course.
women?
Of
Yeah,
course.
back in the
Of
day.
course.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, now I realize now it's jogging my memory. Okay, the divisiveness, because she was one of those divisive ones that just didn't want
Her
to listen.
husband's a Caucasian man. Yeah, they live in Canada.
Furthermore, if you guys might remember, she's the one who gave.
And she's a divester.
Okay.
Like, does it get any
She's West
better?
Indian too. She's West Indian too. She is from Toronto and everything, but you might remember she's the one who gave Charles the alleged nickname of whoremonger.
No, that wasn't alleged. But
Or wasn't her?
no, it was her, but I wasn't alleged.
Oh yeah, right. No, that was for damn sure. Eric whoremonger.
I'm like this, hey, some people wish they could get it, but hey, they wish, but I got it, and
Already.
it's like one of those things where I'm like, yo, I never needed your advice. I never asked for your advice. Notice you never see them come to my show. They probably come in some troll accounts, but I never needed to. I never needed anybody's advice for shit for business. Uh-huh. I'm like, why would I need your advice for my business if I'm doing what I need to be done? The fuck?
Man, it's probably just for attention, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's their new currency right about now.
Yeah.
Attention, because ain't no other way I can see any kind of play on going after a man who got his credentials, who you can say for sure he's doing what he's doing. People are donating to his thing. He's got contracts. He's paying money to have his LLC and to have his damn shit certified. He paying the dues and got the credentials. Can't nobody say snatch his paperwork from him. That means he helping other people. So what does you got to say, man?
But it goes back to what we always knew. That some people are about success and some people are about the drama. You can't say, well, these people are trying to be drama filled, but you're the one who's playing part to it. You're one of the biggest adversaries to progress. If you really want to say, I'm with these dudes, I'm with these people, I'm going to be part of the progress. But what you don't hear is that I'm going to support. I hope he does it. See, that's that church shit. When that woman says, I pray for you, she really doesn't mean shit for you. That's that church shit.
Yeah, you ain't never lied. I grew up hearing that type of shit all the time.
Hey, look, that's the kiss of death right there, AL. When I say, I'm going to pray for you, I'm like, oh, no. I don't know if I want you praying for me. Well, you said it like that.
Yeah, I'm in church. I can tell you.
I tell them like this. To be frank, you can keep your prayer because you know what I'm saying. I just pray for myself first. I'll be all right.
Yeah, I always watch that. I'm going to pray for you because the Lord have mercy. You don't want everybody praying for you.
I don't want anybody to pray for me. I mean, somebody once told me, "You're not afraid of hell." I said, "Motherfucker, you don't know heaven until you've been to hell. So don't tell me anything about this shit about."
They say they want to pray for you, all right. That's what witches do. They want to lay a goddamn spell on you. That's what they praying for. Fuck that. I don't need you.
I remember someone once asked,
look here. Hey, you better watch down here. You already know, how that Louisiana, that Cajun style go. I didn't see where they got
the Haitian. You mean the voodoo?
Look, I know it's a stereotype, and everybody think that shit is stereotype. Man, that shit ain't no stereotype. I know more got dogs.
He ain't lying. That's why I told Shonda in the chat. I told Shonda in the chat the other day. I say, baby, as much as I love you, I don't eat that goddamn seafood. You can keep that gumbo. My seafood got to be fried. If it ain't fried, I ain't eating. So basically, anything that's
that gumbo, they put that boudin on you. Put that boudin on you. And what's in that boudin?
Man, that boudin, that spaghetti, all that shit. You can keep it out.
Spaghetti too. You already know. Then you got the seafood spaghetti too. They got that seafood spaghetti down there. I'm like, oh, y'all doing the most. I'm like, I don't know what the hell. But I'm talking for real, like motherfucker got like anything that you do, like whatever your job is or whatever you fucking with, like they'll take it and put it up in some shit, man, and have some. It's not no stereotypical shit. I'm not making this shit up. Motherfucker have a root on you, man. You might not believe in the shit, but they believe in it, and they put that shit up underneath your pillow. You'll find that shit in your house. Bitch, in your house, been put. I'm talking about a dog, all kind of stupid ass shit, man. You be thinking this shit is a joke. I'm talking about AL know what I'm talking about, man. AL, you know what I'm talking about. Them motherfuckers do not be playing from down there Cajun motherfucker, man. You already know.
Oh, that's that black magic, yeah. That voodoo.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all something about me, about tradition I come from. And anytime, I remember when I had one of my relatives visit me and everything, right? And my aunt, I don't say auntie because I'm not that uppity, but my aunt, she gave me, and I come from an Orthodox Christian background, so my aunt gave me a bottle of holy water. Was it holy water or olive oil that was blessed by the local priest? And they said, you take this, and whenever you move into a new house, always put a cross. Dab some of that water oil, and put a mark of a cross in the house, in every room, just to keep the bad spirits away and everything.
Yeah, that's like some Catholic order shit right there. Like,
No, yeah, but we Orthodox. Yeah, but we Orthodox. So I remember.
What's the difference?
No, East African Orthodox. Ethiopian and shit. So
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like but I mean, the last apartment I moved in before I moved into this one, I saw the crosses in the apartment when the owner was showing me the place. I said, "You had an Eritrean or Ethiopian here, didn't you?" He said, "Yeah." How'd you know? I said, "You see that?" So this house is thoroughly blessed.
Now, anybody that don't believe in spirits, they don't understand. Reason why they call liquor and shit spirits. It's a whole nother reason. But I'm talking about spirits, man. Well, I mean spirits. Like when them chicks be on that astrology shit and be doing that voodoo shit, like you might not believe in that shit. You don't have to, but they put the power in it by believing in it. You see, so you gotta be heavily prayed up and blessed up in what you do and in your spirit, because your spirit can get that energy from that shit. You might not believe in it. You might say, man, ain't no such thing as paranormal. I'm a scientist and science says evolution is God and there's no God. And Darwin was right. But man, I'm gonna tell you, that shit.
Oh, I don't take that shit lightly.
A bunch of them chicken bones and put your whatever it is. If you fix cars, the motherfucker put your ratchet in the shit.
In the South, they call it putting a root on your way. They gonna put a root on your way.
They call it, yes, sir. You know what it is. That you know what I'm saying? That shit for real, man. They be doing that shit. You gotta watch out for that type of shit.
You bring y'all little asses on down here and try to break one of these girls' hearts if you want to. You hit her with that motherfucking needle if you want to. You go put the root on your way. That's why I don't mess with them goddamn LA. I don't mess with them other LA girls. Them LA girls of the East, I don't fuck with.
Bro, look, my homeboy had one nigga. That's how I found out about it. It wasn't mine, but I heard about the shit. I didn't seen it myself, but I'll be like, okay, mother say, oh yeah, that bitch be playing with them dolls and then voodoo and shit, she that Creole shit. I'm gonna stay away. My homeboy had one, and when she went to jail, you know what I'm saying? The nigga found some shit in the house. He showing me what it is and showing me everything like whatever your job is, whatever you make your money with, whatever your energy, what you do, they'll take a piece of your hair. You might not believe in it. What I'm saying, they have a doll. Man, I swear to God, man, that whole ass shit. My man's had to go and talk to some other spiritual people, man, that like get some of that root up off of him because she had put so much shit on top of it. And you ain't got to believe in it. They believe in it, man. And that energy, man, if you get around them type of witch motherfuckers, like them witches, man, get away from that evil energy, bro. And they be praying to that shit. They don't believe in God. We talking about Catholic, like what you were just saying, my man, about how you blessing and stuff like that. Why you think they blessing that stuff? Because it's an energy, it's a spirit that exists, and you can see it. People take them over. How else can you explain a man who been through the damn combat, come home from it, then been to combat his own streets, trying to clean up his own streets and protect people where he live at, come out with a new security firm to employ young brothers and people in the neighborhood and people worldwide donating to his cause, right? 6-figure or no 6-figure. How do you explain a person take from that what I just said to say that there's a problem with the man doing that? How can you explain that besides an evil spirit on them some type of way? Because there ain't number good what I just explained on what the man doing. Number good. I don't hear one bad thing about what he has done. Facts. And for a person to sit up here and have a live stream wasting gigabytes in my time on YouTube's cloud to defame anything this man is doing, it's just it's ridiculous. I mean, shit. Do you agree? I mean, shit, we got silent. Is it not ridiculous? What you got to say, Snake
I'm
Man?
working on something, bro.
We say, AB?
Yeah, I'm just working on something, bro. That's all it is.
I agree with
Oh, okay.
you because a lot of it is just getting to the ridiculousness part.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of times we this is the part where men need to really stick to their goals and their ideals and their morals. Because the more we look at things around the world, we have to make sure that the world is to our liking. If it's not, we have to conform it. We have to transmute it. Even though the shit that was talked about myself, my business, my GoFundMe, my subscribers and supporters piss me off, that's not going to stop my flow.
Right.
If I'm staying the course,
that's the flack over the target, Charles. You know you see that's the flack. See, with them old bomber pilots in World War II, before the missiles, right? When they had to fly that straight line. I liken it to the old school infantry. You know, some of the muskets in the Civil War. You gotta stand up on the damn line and shoot. You know, you dropping them bombs, they dumb, and you got that flak line, they already know where they gonna put it. And motherfuckers say you gonna make a man today. When the flak get hot, that's when you know you in the right spot. You feel me? And see, the flak, the spirits is on them, shooting at you for what? That's when you know you're in the right spot, brother. So keep on doing what you're doing, man. I look at it and laugh. I don't look at it as a serious as a case study. It's sad as hell because I can imagine some of these women were supposed to be for black excellence, and that's what you're trying to go ahead and accomplish. What you're doing. So I see nothing but good in that. For a woman to even fix her mouth to say that she has to be possessed with the spirit of the devil, because how could you be mad at a man doing good?
I mean, this is the part where I have to say, black men be damned if you do anything positive. Black men be damned if you do anything fucked up. There's nothing ever good enough. I keep telling you.
Zero sum game, what they call it, right? Zero sum.
Yeah. I'll be damned if there's anything ever good enough. And the fucked up part about it is this. The only people you're gonna be relying on is each other, black men. I hate to be so negative towards what it is. You gotta go and you gotta make your dreams happen. You're gonna have to utilize the negativity, or negativity in this case.
Yeah, negativity.
Negativity is very addictive.
Man, that shit like worse than crack, ain't it?
It's disturbing. And instead of saying,
I see grown men. Look, it's for women, right? We sit here speaking on women, which I did not know that video existed till you played it. But we sit talking. Women. I see grown men doing the exact same thing, tearing down other brothers on space, just for no reason at all, just to get some damn clicks and some likes and some attention, man.
Clout
I ain't
chase.
never seen this level of it. Like brothers that I done seen these niggas in the chat supporting with money. I'm talking about acting like they down with the plan, just like the broads now doing. See, they flip flopping. Now we expect that out of a broad, y'all, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We expect that out of a broad. I done seen grown niggas got their own channels monetized, go after other brothers for no reason at all but to get some likes and some share, and they ain't even getting much of them. They ain't even getting much views, but they continued and they starting to attack other brothers. Everybody is on the damn thing. Everybody on the target. And so, Charles, what I was saying, but that flag, they shooting the flag. They gonna come at you too. The niggas, the weak niggas gonna go. They gonna get their mind together to try to come because it's an evil spirit, and they gonna try to come at you too, man. But get what, man? Keep on doing what you doing, bro. And the flag is on you because you own target, man. Facts.
I mean, it's like one of those things where you have people come out and try to basically fuck you over. They don't mean to be fucking you over, but they're gonna do it anyway. And
That's where
when
the spiritual warfare come in right there because they know not what they do, huh? They know not. Because if they did, they would never do that because just even uttering the voice that my man was saying, we're Darren Washington, man, what the man said earlier, come back to what he said. He said, so you mean to tell me that a woman is mad, made a stream about you doing something positive for young brothers trying to raise money for a actual company that I'm actually doing, that I said I was gonna do, that I'm actually doing? You mean to tell me a motherfucker who said it down with black folk and the excellence and the working together? You mean to tell me that person said that's a problem? Where the fuck are we at now?
Yeah, not saying nothing about the only, you saying some, you speaking out about somebody doing positive, and you ain't saying nothing about these chicks going on OnlyFans, taking off their clothes, showing their ass. You see what I'm saying?
Right, yeah,
you ain't saying nothing about that. Not nothing.
of course, because they got a code, and see
Yeah.
that's and that's one thing I can say about them. They code, even though they might hate each other, but they got a code. See, when I see brothers doing it to each other, I have no respect because
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like at least they got a code, man.
Yeah.
Like at least they got a code. They might know they homegirl all the way with the bullshit, but they ain't gonna never come after her like that. Not in the public.
No, sure
Not in the
ain't.
public. You feel me? Because they got a code, even though they all stragged and dirtiness with the fuckery and shit, doing voodoo on the side. They got a damn code. The
Yeah.
other bitch might be doing different kind of voodoo than this bitch. She go white witch. The other bitch is a voodoo bitch. They still rocking with each other. We, goddamn, as men, I'm getting sick of it personally. That's why I will support a brother like Charles because he started off when I first came through. He had the same message. The message he got now is still the same. He ain't flip flopped or did none of it what these other motherfuckers doing. And then guess what? He did exactly what he said he was gonna do,
Mm.
and he's putting forth effort to do it. I see these GoFundmes for people who spent their PPP money with their fraudulent asses, getting $40,000 and $50,000 in weeks. Niggas go out here and killing people. You know what I'm saying? Murderers. They got they fucking whole lawyer fund paid up. You know what I'm saying? Bitches that just on the street ain't got shit. Just say, hey, give me some money, getting 50,000. You mean tell me you mad at a man that's putting out his shit and you should be one that's supporting them first when you talking? You should be the first one. If you're gonna talk fly, you should be the first one to support the man. And as far as the Brandon Tatum shit, Charles, I feel like this. The man, listen, his woo was so whack, bro. Nigga be doing laps and PT when niggas asleep. I'm talking about that nigga said, wait. I'm like, oh. Where did that come from? And then the talking points, the man watches the show. You didn't call him out multiple times. I didn't see you basically lay out the shit where we should basically have a conversation between if you were. I see he got his radio show now. He got radio show with the one radio or whatever. So he's syndicated throughout the radio now. So he's all the way with the conservative. He can't say nothing. Type of butter biscuits. So he can't say nothing. But in the long run, to me, if I was him, I would debate you because he listens, bro. I didn't see him take talking points. And it's specifically what you was talking about on the Uvalde. I saw that mess. And when he went directly for like the cops and was trying to absolve them of everything, which I think that their leadership was fucked up. I don't blame the first wave, but I mean, you saw it, right? I mean, what do you think, man? Yo, you still there, bro?
And their leadership was not just bad; it was faulty. It was faulty.
I can't stand it.
And for him to come out when I first condemned those officers for cowardness, which it was cowardness. I'm one of the first motherfuckers to come out and say, "Look, that's cowardness, man. You going in there to save them babies."
Man, you got 223. You got 223. You can go through that door, man, and get him.
If you
go
gotta
through that door and get him.
If this man's shooting, you send rounds down range.
Exactly. Make his head go down. If his head down, he can't shoot no kids.
Exactly. And you do what you got to do, overwhelming force. You go and you have the loudspeaker, everybody on the floor, because we're coming in there bringing hell with us. And it's funny how guys like Tatum tried to actually make an excuse. There is no fucking excuse.
He doubled back, and that's what I've seen. I'm like, you can't do that in the military, man. There is no second fucking guessing. See, now them is kids in there, and this is civil. But man, this is my brother. I would die for him to make sure he get out if it came to that. There is no tomorrow. We all leave. And if whatever that means, if I don't leave and you or vice versa, it doesn't matter. When you in war, that does not matter. That doesn't matter. How many times have you heard from combat veterans and you, brother, seeing the end? I've never been in combat before. You seeing a motherfucking me artillery round hit and a man get killed and the man right beside him don't get killed. How many times that happen?
Yeah, it happens. You're supposed to literally have your brother's back. You're supposed to literally have that next man's back, knowing that, hey, we can only depend on us. We got to go save them damn kids. How much of a coward do you have to be not to go save some kids?
Yeah.
Bro, he first man went in. I didn't see the video, and I reserved my topics because I didn't want to say them until I seen the video because it was a lot of conjecture and they was politicizing it. So I wanted to see what the video showed. When I seen the first responders, what we always talk about over here, Charles, first responders, right? And I ain't never been in civil, but I've seen how civil work, where they'll have FD if it's a problem area or if it's something where we know it's contact, they'll wait till sheriff, constable, or whoever coming to get on scene first before they roll the ambulance. They'll stage though. They have a rally point. And they'll rally point, you know what I'm saying, maybe on the main thoroughfare right there on the backside until it's clear. So the two front men, the first responders, they going in. When I see with my eyes, this is my interpretation of the first responders. Because it was 3 minutes. I think they said 3 minutes from the time that he walked in there. They had first responder for 3 minutes. And I seen the one dude with he had a Glock, and I seen the other dude with the AR, I'm sure it probably was 223, but it could have been 5-6. I couldn't really tell. But I'm imagining he had 223. He's coming back. If he's in that one room, okay, they heard fire, bam, 4 shots bring out. I don't leave from that hallway. Yeah, but he can only shoot through that door. So as long as I pull back, he can shoot in the wall, but them school walls, he ain't getting through there. You got on armor. We got shields coming. I don't leave because this is the impetus to attack. He knows I'm here. That's why he just shot at me. I have to keep the impetus higher than him. Psychology, the impetus. Even you know what I'm talking about, Charles. Is your defilade and your impetus. This officer school shit.
Yeah, because you gotta look at this shit. We gotta talk about how this situation cannot. And thank you, Ray. This situation cannot happen again. What the fuck do we look like calling ourselves men and we allow babies to die?
Bro, when I seen that little kid walk through and they said they had scrubbed his screams when he seen the dude come in there. I'm looking like, first of all, with all the Bluetooth, we installed Bluetooth locks and digital locks and like fail safe and mag locks on regular security for just commercial buildings. Not dealing with nothing with kids, with unlimited federal budgets. Okay. We won't do none of that. We got mag locks. We got security. Why is it? And I know they got a resource officer. Where is the resource of Jesus Christ? Is he not in front of the building? The nigga crashed his truck. I seen this. Did you see that? He crashed his truck in front of the damn school and walked over there with the gun under camera. You saw that?
Yeah, that shit was.
Then the FBI said they had it under the radar.
You gotta remember,
you had it on the radar. What the fuck? He crashed his truck. You don't know nothing. You got cell phone camera footage. You got satellites. You got fucking geo data and metadata on every goddamn thing else. This nigga just bought a gun. He's at the school with the AR. You didn't have nobody you can call, constable, DPS, Texas Rangers. I don't believe it. It was a lacking of leadership and duty, and whoever is the fucking CO over that whole operation should call in everybody and fire them all, Charles.
Yeah, it's like this. They should be fired. Here's another question. Actions are gonna have to be made. Tactics are gonna have to change. Because in 2010, I went through diamond training, which also talks about heavily of active shooter and what to do. Once you go into active shooter, you're going to a hunter prey scenario. You gotta be the hunter because that guy becomes your prey. While he's trying to prey on the innocent and unarmed, you gotta prey on him.
Right. That's what the impetus. That's what it was saying. The impetus to strike. So you got impetus to strike. You dare. Like if those two men walk in, right? Let's say if there was Black Lion security trained properly, right? When those two, I don't know if they was local PD or if they was constable. I know Border Patrol eventually came in and got rid of it, but I think SWAT really the officers. I know if you had your officers and you was in control of that situation, there'd be body on the floor and the right body on the floor. Within 3 minutes of response time, I already know you would have had that dough on point because ain't no way 50 officers gonna come up in there while they're still executing people. Like that is when you go in. If he's shooting other people, he can't shoot you. I mean, it's so many things that's just obvious combat things you would know. Nigga, shoot the motherfucker through the window. It's so, you got 223. It's going through. It's going through. Shooting. What are we doing here? We pulling back? I seen officers using hand sanitizer, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
What the hell is going on here?
there's not much you could say to people after that.
Like I said, you're worried about hand sanitizer. Do you think the brothers of Black Lion Security Forum is gonna be worried about some motherfucking, excuse my French, hand sanitizer while children are possibly being murdered? Do you think they're gonna be worried about their cell phone? I ain't even when shit like that happen, you already know, Charles. You ain't keeping up with no cell phone. You ain't kidding up for no motherfucking me hand sanitizer trying to see what the text is doing on your phone. You're trying to eliminate the motherfucking threat so that my family, my brothers, and anybody that's a victim possibly will be saved by the actions that I'm taking. I'm going to put enough rounds down on top of your head. You have to duck. That means you cannot shoot back. Defilade. I mean, I'm in cover. I'm shooting at you. But if I have to get out of cover, there are children being killed. We must shoot our weapons to keep your head down to stop the children from being killed. We're going in. We got the key. I mean, where was the shit? SWAT didn't have the key. I'm saying, look, man, they should have it all locked down. They should have it just like when you go to Exxon. I used to work for Exxon, right?
Yeah.
When you work for Exxon, they got top secret shit. They work for the government on certain contracts, and there's top secret data inside Exxon, right? For the oil, right?
Yeah.
So when you go in there, there's 3 sets of security that you have to go through. You got to go through the frontline security at the bottom of the building, through the security. That's the desk. Okay, you're gonna have a U-shaped or C-shaped desk. You're gonna have your first security guard you're gonna reach. Then they're gonna allow you to go up into the elevator. You got to have a certain pass to get over a certain floor in the building. Then once you get to that floor, then you got to come through a second line of security. You got a vestibule, and the vestibule allows you to come in. They weigh you on the way in, and they weigh you on the way out. It's a bulletproof vestibule, and then that way, if you steal some corporate data, they weigh you. So if you weighed, let's say 180 pounds when you walked in, if you weigh 190 pounds when you walk out, they're gonna check you because you're stealing shit. Now that's just at Exxon, at an oil company. Why don't we have that type of security and checkpoint with our kids that we're allowing, and we're paying these millions, brother, for our kids to go to school? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we have that kind of level of that? And when they have that kind of level just to protect the formula for Coca-Cola's bottles that Exxon makes. That's just the formula for the Coca-Cola bottles, the bottles that you buy your 20-ounce Coke in. There's a formula of the petrochemical that is strictly trademarked by Coca-Cola, and Exxon has that copyright. So there's, if you try to steal it or whatever, they got that kind of security on just the bottle that you drink your Coke out of. But our living children, the generation that's going to outlive us, that's going to come after us, they don't have that protection. It's insane. It's insane.
It's very insane because now you just see lack of tactics. You see lack of structure. You see people not being held to a good standard, not to a good training. There should be clear, decisive things that you do. There has to be some type of honor, some type of dedication. About to get back into some rest. About to do some last thoughts. Start with Mel, Washington, Shattered, Snake Man. Last thoughts?
Yeah, thanks for having me up, man. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, yeah. I'll let the damn bitch know what I think. Or,
Hey,
so be on the
hey,
lookout for that.
Right on.
I do want to see you challenge her, man. I think Melanie probably will invite you to, want to confront her. Go ahead. Come on the show, do it on her show. Or,
hey, Reynard. Oh, chat it.
Yo, man, hey, I appreciate you for having me up, man. Hey, good looking for what you're doing, bro. You know what I mean? I don't. I ain't no six figure cat yet. You know what I mean? You know, I reserve that because yet. You know, but I still donate to you. I like what you're doing, bro. Like I said, your shirt is on the way, my brother, my champion, my savior. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get ready and finish my brother Chaos Rig. I'm finna do some testing on his shit tonight. We working
exactly.
together. We all is trying to get somewhere. All I can say is, bro, I pledge right now that I will never hate on another brother trying to do something, man. You feel me? I pledge that. That's my oath. I won't never do that because I promise you, man, I'll fall back. If that's what it take to be cool or want some likes or want some goddamn shares or some stream like, I don't want none of it, man. I'm gonna keep it real with the wolves that kept it real with me, and I'm gonna stay 100% real, man. And man, all the other bullshit, man, sweep that shit to the side, man. You doing a good thing, bro. I respect you, man. Order on, man. Salute, man.
Exactly.
Salute. Snake Man.
Man, get them in silence with your success. Or, you know what I'm saying? That's how they
Yeah,
mouths drop.
yeah. Snake Man. Going once. Going twice. Snake Man.
Can't hear you, bro. Would you turn your mic on? There you go.
Can't hear you.
I can't hear.
We'll get it next time. Woo! And I like to say this for my last words, but instead of actually complaining about something, why not give it a hand? Why not donate? Why not donate your time, your effort, and/or your money? Don't try to sneak this. Don't try to lowball. Don't try to destroy a man's efforts while he's getting it done. I don't give a damn if she hears it or not. I don't give a damn if either one of them hear it or not. I don't come to your channel trying to disrupt your shit. I keep my distance from negative Nancy's and ne'er do wells. Unless you're going to do something about it, which you really aren't, all you're going to do is a bunch of gossip column bullshit. Stay the fuck out of my way. Because the one thing about a juggernaut, you can slow his forward momentum, but you can't stop him once he takes his first step.
Damn right, man. That's why they call him a juggernaut.
And you're not going to stop this force of nature.
Yeah, man.
If I
Hey,
could
look,
accomplish, if I
I
could,
just want to hit that flash wave comment before you leave. He said, dude, Exxon was one of the most valuable companies in the world. We can't even buy pencils for these kids. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this right here, my brother. You're right. And that's the wealth equality and all that. We can go on to that. But I'm going to tell you something like this here. When I came up, you had to have your own pencils and your own paper and your parent had to buy you your shit because the school wasn't gonna give you shit in public school. And I was using books, man, that was from the 1970s. You would think that'd be bad, but you know what? It actually was good because back then, at least they actually put some damn real knowledge in the book. But now with this what they call it?
critical race theory bullshit.
Yeah, when they put that CR in this LGBT health class with this, they showing the people, all the kids, the different sex stuff in it. See, we didn't come up with all that, man. We barely had pencils. Your mom and them giving you, otherwise you had to borrow. It's like jail, nigga. Like you better have your pencil. What you got? You got some money? You can give up your lunch money for the pencil. When we came up, that's how it was. It wasn't about that. You always had to have something. You know, you always had to have something. So with Exxon being the most valuable company, that don't mean nothing. You think that stopped them? Man, Exxon got so many. They got so many like subsidiaries where they can like slave out people to do work, and then like they get all the money. We agree with that, my brother. But we can't buy no pills for the kids. It's been like that. It ain't nothing new. That's not new, my brother. So what I would say to you with that comment, if I could leave you with anything, okay, I would leave you with this. Even though the public schools can't buy pencils for kids, Exxon it still got that motherfucking Coca-Cola recipe, and ain't nobody ran up in there. But in Uvalde and in a whole bunch of other schools, is people running up in there shooting these kids, and them kids is worth to me way more than a bullshit ass Coca-Cola Exxon recipe for them stupid ass bottles. And I give you the rest of the time, brother.
And I'm gonna end off with this one. I don't give a damn if people had good intentions, because the road to hell led to a lot of good intentions.
It's paved in gold.
Oh yeah. And then see, the real issue was this. Like my father told me, you better damn sure be ready to help somebody out before you talk shit about them.
Man, that's so real, bro. And that's why when I hear people say it, bro, I'm not shining you on, Charles. I swear to God, that is my motto. I'm like, bro, before you come up here and trying to tell me something bad about another person, bro, did you try to help him? Did you try to help him? If the answer is no, I don't want to hear shit you got to say, bro.
And that's how I feel about them. I don't want to hear shit. If you're gonna put the GoFundMe, you would have put money towards it. But guess what happens? You got people who want to talk their biggest shit and be a detractor. Be a detractor. I ain't say shit about y'all, but this is gonna be my last time even mentioning you.
Already.
There's too much at stake and there's too much to do. Till then, woo, and we out.